Wildfires have devastated communities and displaced families across the state. Autism Speaks recognizes how overwhelming this time could be, particularly for people in the autism community and those committed to offering support. Resources are available at autismspeaks.org to assist with coping strategies and connect you to local support. For immediate assistance, the Autism Response Team can be reached at 888-AUTISM-2. That's 888-288-4762. Spanish-speaking support also available, 888-772-9050, or via email at ayuda, AYUDA, at autismspeaks.org. As the father of an autistic child, I know these are challenging times, but you're not alone. Autism Speaks stands with those affected every step of the way.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! To Travis and Emily and Jorge, and soon to be DeMarco Show. He is on his way from Good Morning Football. He's got a couple of more days as his return to television continues. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Sounds right.
It does sound right. It does sound right. Roars to you, Em. How are you doing this morning?
Roars.
Did you go to bed at 6:30 last night?
No, I actually stayed up and I watched Survivor. Wish I hadn't, just because.
On network TV?
Yeah, I watched it live.
Whoa.
I have Paramount Plus, so
I
can stream
didn't
it live.
expect like you to turn the dial to number 2, but
Yeah,
you watched it in real time on a network. That's
Yeah.
very
Crazy.
Travis era sort of stuff.
Yeah, with the rain yesterday, our trivia team decided to not do trivia because the place we
right.
do it at is outside. They do it indoors if it does rain, but it just gets really loud and whatever.
Yeah.
We just decided to, hey, let's not do it this week. And so I was home. I watched Survivor. Pretty boring episode. Basically nothing happened. But yeah. And I also watched a movie that I watched in high school. So I was an AP.
Top Gun.
No, it was not Top Gun. It was not Hook.
Yeah.
More movies.
Yeah.
But
the only two I really know.
I was in an AP class called AP Human Geography, which is basically just AP World Geography. Anyway, my teacher for a couple weeks would give us 30-minute segments of this movie. So after school, if you wanted to stay after school and watch part of this movie, we'd watch this movie, Soylent Green. Has anyone seen this movie?
You asked me about that yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's a movie from 1971 with Charlton Heston as
People.
Right. Spoiler alert.
53 years is
no.
more than enough time.
It's probably the most famous line reading from that movie. It's the last line of the movie. It's Soylent Green is people. But it's all about like post-apocalyptic world. Anyway, I'm watching it because I'm going to see Mickey 17 tonight. And it's the new Bong Joon-ho movie. And this podcast I listened to had a syllabus of movies that you could watch before Mickey 17 to kind of prime you for Mickey 17. This is something I like. I understand
know you
it's
do.
crazy.
I know you do. And I was just going to say, I think you've missed your calling as like an academic. Like because you like the stuff to get ready for the stuff. Like you like the background, the deep cuts, the influences. Why is this the way that it is? That you would have been a good academic.
I can still be an academic if I choose to.
That's
Who
true.
knows? But yes. Anyway, I watched Soylent Green last night, and it's very 1971. But also,
Great
every
year, by the
movie
way.
in 1970 looks better than any movie these days. I'm just saying that. Any movie in the 1970s looks so much better.
1971 was a good year. I'm just saying. That's just the way that.
Because you were 50 years old at the time. And
that was the launch of the Travis Rogers experience.
Turned
I'm just
21.
saying. Yeah. Did she just tell us that she's getting ready to quit to go become an academic? Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying I could become it. I could do night school.
That's what I heard. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Did your team win again? Did your soccer team win again?
Well, which one?
San Dimas High.
San
Or
Dimas
not
High.
San Dimas, Bishop Amat.
Bishop Amat. They played tonight, 5 o'clock. I I believe I'm kind of.
You gonna go?
I think so.
Okay.
I still gotta buy my ticket, but I got
GoFan.
Yeah, GoFan.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm a regular GoFan user.
They play. When I told you like, I can buy my ticket, you mentioned the website. I was like, dang, how do you know? But duh.
I've reached the stage in my life where I'm a middle-aged man and I go to watch high school sports because I think it's fun.
Yeah, so they're playing in.
That's not weird at all.
No, look, I'm fully aware. I'm not trying to tell you that you should go. I'm saying I like it. Don't judge me.
So yeah, my buddy Jesse Luna, we went to high school together. He's an assistant coach there, and they're playing at Sierra Vista High School today. So hopefully they advance, and if they do, they go to semifinals, and then after that the final, and hopefully they're champs.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that will be an experience they'll remember for the rest of their lives. I'm super excited for those kids and for your buddy to get to coach that team and get to go do that. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, he's excited, man. He's been texting me and stuff. So
little bit bad news is probably a step too far, but just kind of a little bit two bits of bummer news for me and I think a little bit one for you guys. I forgot to bring in the leftovers of jambalaya. Sorry.
What?
I know. I tanked.
Don't tell DeMarco.
I was halfway home or halfway here this morning. I'm like, ooh, I forgot. And I ate a good chunk of it yesterday when I got home from work for lunch. So there's not a lot left. So you may miss out on that. And then
hell no.
This is a bummer for me. I don't think I get to go to the laundromat today, which I was looking forward to because now the guy's coming to fix the dryer. I love the laundromat. Jorge, you have a laundromat that's got an arcade attached to it?
So when my washer went down, I had to find a laundromat. I found one, I think it's in Buena Park, and it had an arcade right next to it.
Perfect. Like old school or?
Old school arcade.
Yeah.
So you had the different games.
Like Pac-Man and Galaga and Defender, Street Fighter.
All that good stuff. Mortal Kombat, stuff like that.
I would basically waste my child's college tuition in there.
You're going to need quarters for washing and for the arcade.
Oh, see, they don't. Now it's all done with tap or your watch or whatever it is. Yeah, it's I love the laundromat. It's warm. Everybody minds their own business. Everybody has a task at hand. It's a very pleasant experience. I get to read.
Yeah. The arcade. The only thing I would really do is like DDR, Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, that's the one in the office where they go to Dave and Buster's or whatever.
Yeah, but it was like big in like 2006. Like it was big for parties and stuff, like summer parties. You play DDR for like hours and hours, and then you go up sweaty. It's gross.
Is there like a Wii version of it?
There's Just Dance. That's the
okay.
Wii version.
Okay.
And then I think Nintendo still has Just Dance. And that's kind of the same thing, except for it's like the whole movement, not just the feet.
Okay.
We had a thing that it was an RCA cable. Remember that was the
red, white, and the red, white, and yellow.
Correct.
Yellow,
so
yeah,
the video and your audio components.
Yeah.
So you would plug that to your TV, and it had the start button and select songs, and there was a mat where we can dance at home.
That's DDR.
Yep.
Yeah.
The 90s, man.
I mean, 2000s. I had that in
Awesome.
2000s.
I dig it. It is another Cosm Ticket Thursday. Do you want a chance to experience college hoops at Cosm Los Angeles? When it is time, when we tell you, caller number 7 will win a pair of tickets to the Hall for Arizona against Kansas, Saturday, March 8th. That is a couple of days from now at 1:30 p.m. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Calling for your chance to win a pair only from 710 ESPN. And I still need to get to Cosm because I have heard nothing but raves along the way. This is exciting. Jeanie Buss was on NPR with old 710 hand A. Martinez, as it turns out, and was talking about Anthony Davis. And I love it. Because this means a lot of things, and we'll kind of peel the onion as we go through this. But I think what it means the most is what I suspected for a while, and number one. And number two is I think everybody knows they got a chance. I think everybody's feeling like, hey, we got a chance to go do a thing that we haven't really done in a while, and it's kind of unexpected, and it's not an outrageous 1 in a million shot. It's a real shot. She was talking about Anthony Davis, and what she was talking about, she said the following. We lost the last 3 years in a row to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, and we didn't really have anything that was going to look different going into the playoffs again. Anthony Davis was complaining about where he was being played, and he wasn't happy. So I think this was positive for both teams. They got what they were looking for, and we got what we were looking for. There's a lot in there. There's a ton in there. Let's kind of go. Let's just go sentence by sentence. We lost 3 years in a row to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, and we really didn't have anything that was going to look different going into the playoffs again. Right. That is the perfect sentence to describe what I think every rational Laker fan, what every logical Laker fan was experiencing through the first part of this season and through all of last season and really through the last few seasons, which is, does this team stink? No, not really. Is this team got a chance to win? No, not really. Is it fun to watch? No, not really. Is the end going to is the end going to be different in any meaningful way? No, not really. And it was this cycle of going through it over and over and over again that I certainly felt. I think Laker fans that aren't delusional certainly felt like, were they going to make the playoffs? Yeah. Were they going to make a run? No. And were we going to run it back again next year? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, not bad enough to blow it up. No, not good enough to really go all in.
Nowheresville. It's just you're kind of just sitting there hoping that luck intervenes and you get the right draw or somebody else knocks out somebody that you can't beat, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the first part of it. Here's the next part about it. Anthony Davis was complaining about where he was being played and wasn't happening. That's awesome. Because
he wasn't happy.
Because he was complaining. You know, what did he say right before I shouldn't say right before the trade, but shortly before the trade.
It was a week before the trade. He talked to Shams.
And he said, you know, I think we need a big. We're better when I'm at the 4 and not at the 5. And it's like, yeah, okay, dude, we've heard this before, but he put voice to his displeasure, and that he actually said it on the record was kind of new. We knew it was true, but that it was out there. And she said he wasn't happy, or he's complaining about where he's being played, and he wasn't happy. There was always that undertone with Anthony Davis of, is he thrilled to be here? Is he ecstatic about being a member of the Los Angeles Lakers? Does he love playing with LeBron James? Is this going to be where he ends his career? Is he going to be one of the people that Laker fans look at fondly 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? And thinking of the Laker eras, right? Depending on how old you are, there's the Jerry West era, there's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar era, there's the Showtime era, there's the Shaq and Kobe era, there's the Kobe and Powell era, and there's the LeBron James era. That's kind of what we have. And did Anthony Davis ever kind of punch into that? He was the second best player on a championship team, so he was a part of it, but was he of it? And that was always a question that I never really felt it like that. And to hear her put voice to it that he wasn't happy leads me to believe that I was right. Leads me to believe that I was looking at it like, I'm here because there's no better place for me to be, but I don't really love it here. And then lastly, so I think this was a positive for both teams. Wrong. She has to say that because she has to say that. There is not, what's the thing where they do with all the comic books where they do the timeline multiverse, right?
Sure.
In every multiverse, this is a bad deal for the Dallas Mavericks. In every single permutation of how this could go, this ends terribly for the Dallas Mavericks. So they're not happy with that. They may have done this for sinister reasons. They may have done this for ulterior motives. They may have done this because they, pick your conspiracy theory that suits you best, that they're trying to help the Lakers secretly, that the league is better when the Lakers are better, that Nico Harrison's a double agent, that they're trying to sabotage the value of the team so they can get the Vegas team and blah, 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 all the crazy stuff that you've heard out there, right? Pick one of those, and it still doesn't end. They didn't get what they want. They got an injury-prone player who is not nobody is saying that Anthony Davis is a better basketball player than Luka Doncic because he's not. So I get why Jeanie had to throw that in there, but that's not exactly true. The Lakers got exactly what they want. They got a present and a future and a revitalization in their organization that hasn't been around. I was thinking about this morning. We're closing in on 15 years of genuine, I can't believe this is happening right now. I know they won a title in 2020. I know that they were really good that year, but they were kind of supposed to be good that year. They just acquired Anthony Davis. He was one of the better players in the league. LeBron James was still thought of as one of the great players in the league, if not the very best player in the league. And them being the top seed in the Western Conference wasn't a surprise. They were supposed to be that. And then the pandemic happened and the whole world went nuts and nobody got to enjoy anything for a very long time. So even when they kind of relaunched the season and the Lakers and everybody else went down to Orlando in the bubble, it was, you're kind of watching it over here like, yeah, that's cool, but I still can't go outside. I still got to watch this weird thing with like virtual crowds. It was just a bummer. Even though the Lakers were winning, we never got a parade. We never got to experience it. We didn't get to experience it firsthand. It was just deeply dissatisfying, unsatisfying, even though they won. So you got to go back prior to that. You got to go back to what was before that? Well, that was the kids era where they had all those number 2 draft picks. Well, that may have had some hope that one of these guys pans out, but it wasn't particularly good basketball. It wasn't particularly exciting. You got to go back to when they beat the Celtics in the finals in 2009 and 10 to where it was, man, this is awesome. This is great. This is the first time in 15 years, 16 years, where you're able to say, this is awesome. This is great. Because with AD and LeBron, it was always, I don't know, man, maybe they can do something. But it had this weight to it that was the opposite of joyful. It was this fatalistic, I don't know, maybe, but probably not. It was just deeply unfun. This is incredible. Last night, I'm sitting in my living room, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, man, the Lakers aren't on tonight. Oh, but they're on tomorrow night. They play the Knicks tomorrow night. I can't wait for them to see against the Knicks. Like, it was just this bummer that they weren't playing. Whereas before, it's, oh, God, I got to watch them play the Portland Trailblazers tonight. Oh, my God, I don't want to do that. And that's gone is extraordinary. And I think that's what she says. You know, they got what they're looking for. I don't buy that, but we got what they're looking for. Not only get a great player, they got hope. They got excitement. They got fun. The Lakers haven't been fun in a long time. They've been the Lakers, but this is a totally different experience. So we're going to get into all of that. And I think she also didn't say it, but implied the thing that I think a lot of Laker fans felt about Anthony Davis. That's all coming up. The big CY is here. DeMarco Farr is on his way.
Keeping the seat warm.
Yeah, just maybe go over there. I don't want to see him make the. Oh no, actually stay there. I want to see what it's like when he shows up and you're in his seat. It's all coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Shelburne. Did you know that Children's Hospital of Los Angeles isn't just a local favorite? They're ranked one of the best pediatric hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. With nearly 15,000 surgeries a year, they handle more complex procedures than any other hospital in Southern California. That's major league expertise right in our backyard. When it comes to your child's health, CHLA is playing in a league of their own.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Marco Farr is wearing television makeup and on his way back to the studio in his fancy car service because he's a TV star. The big CY is here.
What's
and
up?
Corporate Greg, or just Greg?
Just
What are you
Greg.
doing? Greg?
Bergman,
Okay. I just
Bergie.
call you Greg.
Yeah, just call me Greg.
I
Call
go
me
with
whatever
Greg.
you want. I don't care.
As you know, my favorite question when you come in here.
What are you doing
Why
here?
are you here?
Why are you
That's what I like to do. Why are you
Well,
here?
First off, I just want to hang out with you because
Good.
I think that's just fun to do sometimes.
It is. Do you see the Dodgers playing their lineup today?
Yeah, I know. They're doing the whole lineup. I'm excited
They're-
for that.
they're
Yeah.
giving you their-
Shohei all the way down to
Okay,
who-
when's
like
that game
Ed-
today?
12:05.
Yeah.
12:05. Okay.
Just real quick, we'll get into this. It's
Yeah.
Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Teoscar, Muncy, Smith, Conforto, Edmund, Rojas.
Oh, Conforto. I keep forgetting about Conforto.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
being
not big on
this
that
team.
one.
Yep.
No, we can go to
Conforto,
Who's
little
on the
Betts. Chad May. What I got my football
Dustin
brain
May?
on? Dustin May.
We'll see him throw. I haven't seen him throw in a while.
Chad May was a quarterback for the Kansas State Wildcats 30 years ago, and that's the first name
forgot
that
about
popped
that
into
guy.
my head. Yeah, I'm pretty normal.
Been a long week.
It has
Surprised you
been.
haven't brought up
named
Nate
Chad.
Peeble before for the Oklahoma.
Say that again, Em?
There's a Oklahoma quarterback called last name is the same name as last name as me.
Okay.
It pronounces it differently. I'm surprised you haven't ever-
Heibel.
Yeah.
Jason?
That was Nate. Maybe.
Nate,
I don't
you're
know.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
So why are you here?
Because we're doing something really cool here. So
Oh, yeah.
ESPN LA and CHLA, the Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're combining our forces, and we are going to be doing a live remote there for the all day, all 9 hours on March 17th, Monday, March 17th. But we are going to be giving away a whole bunch of things. There is a live auction that is now open. The auction is now open. If you go to 710 for CHLA, 710 FOR CHLA, you can see all the really cool things that you can bid on and really help out a great cause for CHLA.
I'm looking at the list of some of this stuff, and it's a lot of it involves us, the people here at 710.
Sure.
Some of it does not. But like you said, Greg, all the proceeds go to Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Just as an aside, my lovely wife, Susan, was a 10-year employee of CHLA.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Raves of it. Loved her time there.
It's amazing.
Was a
what they do.
pediatric nurse there in ICU. And it just, they change people's lives there. It's an extraordinary place that does incredible work. And so it's really an awesome opportunity to get to help continue them to do that. Some of the prizes, some of the experiences, I should say, that you can bid on, we will broadcast live from your business or your residence.
So this
How about that?
Or your residence?
So this
Yes.
this is the coolest thing to me. I think. I mean, there's a lot of other really cool ones, but
did
this
not
one
know
is
that was on
amazing.
the table.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, like if you win the bid, we will be in your backyard broadcasting.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I'll show up to that. I don't care who's
No,
going.
it really doesn't
show.
matter what show it is. If it's an all-day broadcast,
That's
if it's just for one.
fantastic.
Yeah, so you can bid on that, which I think is super cool.
It's really cool. So we can show up at your place of work. We can show up at your home, and we will do the shows from your house, which is really cool. Here's one that involves producer Emily and you, Clinton.
CY.
A USC women's basketball courtside experience, and both you and Em will be sitting with the people that decide to bid on that prize. That'll be great.
Yeah, I was sitting courtside at Paulie just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Last week to see Juju, so she'll still be there. That'll be a great experience. I'm looking forward to that, Em.
Yeah, it'll be sweet. I'm excited.
Courtside.
I've never even been courtside before,
Yeah.
so it'll be a treat for me.
No,
Yeah,
Galen
but
Center, that's where all the stars are, too.
Then Aaron and Paulie, or Galen Center, absolutely. So, but I think here, I don't think there's anybody at this station that knows women's basketball better than you and CY. So you two, to me, are the perfect people to go for that.
Yeah, and it's a great year to be a LA women's college basketball fan. Let's go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a bunch of other things. There's like things that can happen here too. You can be an associate producer of the day if you bid on that. You can be an intern for a day.
You get to sit in on a feature. So if you want to do Game of Games, you can do Factor Cap. You could do a whole bunch of different things. Radio Tinder.
Whatever you want to do, you can bid on it and come do this. These are money can't buy experiences.
I just want to say quickly about CHLA. When we did a volunteer effort with the station, I went and did one, and we passed out tea to all the different people, and it was fantastic. And part of the reason why I did it was because Keanu was getting ready to be born. And I said, I haven't been in a hospital in a long time. And I felt like it was a good way to get back into the flow of feeling like it. And they made me feel really comfortable. It's really, you're right about the vibe there. It's not one of those situations where you feel like, oh, no, what's going on? They really do uplift. That was something that from a morale standpoint was huge for me. And I'm so glad I did it. And, yeah, big shouts to CHLA.
Yeah, one of the cool ones in there for you, I think you and Legends Attic have a really cool experience.
Okay, so I'm just you get to come to Legends Attic. We'll kind of go look at all the stuff. There's going to be a surprise guest that's going to join us in that as well. And my pal G-Fish, who I talk about a lot on the show, shout out to G-Fish. He and I both love baseball cards and sports memorabilia and all this stuff. And every time I go out there, I'm like, you got to come with me one of these times. You will be blown away by this. So
I was going to say, how many times have you broadcasted out there?
8.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
and it's always so fun.
It's always fun, and there's always new stuff, and there's always a way to do it. And getting to see it with somebody else who really enjoys that stuff. So if you are into that, that would be a great experience. There's an experience to go play a little golf with me and DeMarco down at Pechanga. So there's just, and we're going to roll out more stuff as the week goes on, right?
Yeah. So we're going to roll out more stuff. This is just for today and tomorrow. Starting on Monday next week, there's going to be a whole bunch of other talent experiences that are going to be put out there as well. So it's not it can be one of the things that comes out there is go to a baseball game with Travis and Mason and myself. Like you can bid on starting tomorrow. If you like, Blue Review is starting again. Just so you're aware.
Right? Oh, yeah.
You can bid to be on the Blue Review for a whole episode. So, I mean, those things are all going to be on there. Go to 710forchla.com, 710forchla.com, and you can bid on all these. There's a lot of really cool, and again, it's for a really great cause, so you might as well.
A brother can't get an invite to the ball game? I mean, Dad, what are we doing?
I mean, if you want to be a part of it, you're more than
Ticketmaster.com for you.
Blue Review!
Blue Review!
Winning team! I'll come crash it. No, that's
you
cool.
should. You should crash it.
That's really fun because you get to stay 4 innings with Mace.
No. So baseball, Mace stays the entire game. I know you're
but
joking.
He gets there in the third.
Let's look.
That was my point.
Let's not get crazy. Let's call it 8 innings.
Okay.
Because the ninth inning, as a proud Angelino, as a proud Dodger fan, I get why we leave early.
Yeah.
Look, if it's a 1-run game going to ninth inning, we're going to stay and we'll go through it.
Yeah.
But if the Dodgers got a little bit of a cushion, and on the rare occasion where maybe they're behind by multiple, we'll make a decision.
Well, the move there is obviously to get there for BP. That's the real.
You like that?
I love that.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
That. I get there like right before.
Watch the guys
pitch.
move around.
It's a little expensive for your guy here. I'm just saying because once the seal has been broken, we're not putting the cap back on it for a while.
Fair enough.
And if he's getting there at BP, imagine how many $25
$24 a crack.
You're in the bag by the fourth.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have the DeMarco Farr car service, so I got to be careful.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of really cool ones. There's wine tasting with Sedano and Beto Duran. There's a golf foursome at Black Gold. There's things. There's just a whole bunch of different experiences.
Is Cappy in any of them?
Yeah, Cappy's in a whole bunch. So next week you can go.
The Cappy rollout is next week. Okay.
So yeah, a lot of other ones are going to roll out next week.
All right.
But there is a LA taco tour with Cappy.
Wow.
And Beto next week.
East
That's
Side
a really
Cappy.
cool one, too.
I take that personally. Much
gonna
like
say,
you not getting invited to the baseball game, I feel getting left out of the taco tour was done with malice.
Hey, you can join. You're welcome
Jorge,
to go
you
down
and me,
there
we're going to do our own taco tour. We're going to do it right. We're gonna, much like Live Golf, we're going to go do our own thing over on the side, and we're going to.
You guys are going to be the rowdy ones.
You guys are going to the east side. We're going to go somewhere else. That's fine.
We got our own thing.
Yes, exactly. We'll figure it out.
But yeah, all proceeds to CHLA for a really, really great cause. It's going to be a really fun time. So
710 SS at 710 for the word for FORCHLA.com. 710 for CHLA.com. And you can see all the experiences that are live right now. You can start your bidding. And again, all the proceeds go to CHLA, which as we all know, we all have different connections to it. It's just a wonderful place. It's terrific.
Well, good job, Greg. That's cool.
Yeah, no, this is really shout out to the social team, to Janessa, Steph, just for putting this all together. Carlo for doing a lot of the social work. What they did to get this all ready and go through the rigmarole to talking to all the hosts and talking to all the people to make sure that it works and with the different partners. They did a fantastic job, so great job to them.
Solid.
All right, let's talk more about what Jeanie Buss said about Anthony Davis.
Oh, God, I love this quote.
I love it. It's loaded with obvious meaning and loaded with not so obvious meaning, but you don't have to look that hard to find it either. It's all coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Listen up, Next Gen. Listen up, people that have air conditioning and heating, and you're getting ready for the spring and the summer, which is right around the corner. This is why you need to be with the official air conditioning, heating, and plumbing and electrical team of SoCal Sports Fans. We're talking about an $88 system tune-up, so your heating and AC system is ready to power through the upcoming season. So whether it's keeping your current system in top shape with a quick tune-up or replacing an old system, Next Gen's here to help you keep your home safe and comfy. For a limited time, Next Gen's offering our listeners, ESPN LA listeners, a heating and AC tune-up. You heard me right, just $88. Their expert technicians are going to make sure that your system is running safe and sound, safe and smooth, so you can enjoy total home comfort all season long. And if you are ready for a replacement, NextGen's got you covered with that too. They offer professional full system replacements with the latest energy efficient models to help you save money and keep your home in temperature that feels just right for you. We're talking lifetime warranties, financing options, 5-star service. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN, 833-3-NEXGEN, or nextgenaironplumbing.com.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Hey, it's Mace. This Saturday, March the 8th, step into shared reality at COSM Los Angeles, where every dunk, foul, buzzer beater, it all comes to life. Feel the action wrap around you with COSM's 8K dome display and wall-to-wall multi-view in the hall. Join me and the ESPN LA Street Team for college basketball. Watch Arizona face Kansas, then catch Duke versus North Carolina. Start the road to the tournament at COSM Los Angeles. Secure your tickets today at COSM.com or the COSM app.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
eagle has landed. DeMarco Farr is back from his.
Is that an eagle?
It's close enough. I don't know. You can tell me. That could be an eagle, an owl, a hawk, an osprey, or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Condor.
As long as you didn't say cock-a-doodle-doo, we're good.
Right.
Yeah,
What's up,
that's the only
folks?
thing. How was TV?
TV was fun. I'm still wearing makeup. What's happening?
Yeah, hair?
Yeah.
Nice. You got that fake hair?
He put the hair on me again.
Yeah, I can
he
tell.
did the little particles. You see it? You can tell, right?
I see the lineup, yeah.
Yeah. She said, can I, what did she say?
What do they use, like a template? Like, how do they do it?
She said,
He's been hammering him about the
Yeah.
hair all week.
It's
and
like
it's
a-
making me laugh.
It's like
every
that
time.
no card. That no card. And then
Yeah. She said, can I fix your line? I'm like, what's wrong with my line? Never mind, just do it.
The ego hit is too much for me to say yes.
Another question. Jorge from LA Live. What was the driver's name today?
Oh my God, Karan.
Like
Karan
Butler?
Yeah,
Wow.
Karan. Big time LeBron fan.
Okay.
Big time LeBron fan. I said, so here's your pitch. Tell me why LeBron is the best player in the NBA. He says, I don't need to. Enough said.
Good
I
call.
get you. Good call,
Good
right?
call.
Yeah.
Don't hate that take.
Here's a pitch.
Don't hate that take.
Did you watch him the
Yeah,
last
who else
30
you
days?
got?
Yeah. Have
pretty
you
simple.
seen him play in the
Right.
last month or so?
Right, but loves
It's a pretty good
basketball.
answer.
Talked about it. We were talking about LeBron, and aren't you guys getting ready to talk about Jeanie Buss?
Jeanie Buss.
Yeah.
We just had that discussion, so let's get into it. Yeah.
So here's the quote for those of you that may not have had a chance to hear it or read it yet. She was on NPR with old friend A. Martinez, and she said, talking about Anthony Davis, quote, "We have lost the last 3 years in a row to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, and we really didn't have anything that was going to look different going into the playoffs again. Anthony Davis was complaining about where he was being played, and he wasn't happy. So I think this was a positive for both teams. They got what they were looking for. We got what we were looking for."
This is so good. And the reason that I held on to it, didn't even tell Travis during the break. You know why this is good, and Emily's going to understand. Do you know how good at top level shade you have to be to go on NPR's Morning Edition to talk trash about your franchise player? That is for people that are eating toast and drinking tea on their back porches or going to work at their jobs where they have heaters under their desks. To talk about Anthony Davis on National Public Radio is the most random place to choose to put that out into the atmosphere. I am beyond impressed.
Yeah, it's not on McAfee or First Take.
Yes, the audience she's reaching with that is unbelievable. Somebody's auntie is calling their niece at college and saying, you know what I heard today? Anthony Davis was disgruntled. And they're probably thinking, where did you learn that?
It's like doing like chicken shop date or something.
It was on Morning Edition.
It's
Of
great.
all places. What a move. I'm so impressed by that part of it alone, Travis.
It's great.
Unreal.
Maybe she thought it would never get back to him?
No.
That
The
is
opposite
spreading
of.
it
very
yes.
well listened
The
to.
opposite of. Hey,
Spreading
a
it
little bit
way
of-
thinner
yeah.
than he would have. Anthony Davis has probably never listened to NPR in his life.
Ever.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
somebody has around him, right? I mean,
Likely.
a little bit of a shot,
She
though. Yeah.
could say it to anybody, and it's getting back to her.
Sure.
She's Jeanie Buss. She's a famous person that when she talks, people are paying attention. So it was getting back to him. I think what she chose to say is unreal. And I mean that in a positive way. It's because you said to talk trash on the franchise player. Clearly he wasn't.
No.
Clearly he was not that in their eyes. They'd been telling us that he is. They'd been telling us that from the moment they acquired him, oh, he's next. He clearly wasn't. And I need people get mad when I talk about Anthony Davis because they think I disrespect him. And I'm not trying to, and maybe in a way I am, but you don't become the face of the franchise by waiting for someone to drop it and hand it to you and tell you, okay, it is your turn. You don't get it because LeBron James finally, does his farewell tour and says goodbye to everybody, and he goes and does whatever LeBron's going to do next, and you're the last man standing. That's not what it is. The way that these things happen are the way that it happened between Kobe and Shaq, where Kobe's like, I'm done waiting.
Yeah.
I'm done. This is my team, and if you don't like it, feel free to leave. I'm doing it. And the fan base starts to come along. It becomes terribly obvious that this is happening, and she just said it. We really didn't have anything that was going to look different going into the playoffs again. That's not just for the now. That's for the future, that even when LeBron is finally, assuming he is a human being, starts to slow down a little bit, and he's the last man standing. It's like, there is no difference. Now there is. And that's what she's saying.
Didn't that Shams Charania
Shams and him sat down, and
they
he was
sat
sitting in a
down,
chair.
and
Yeah.
he said, I'm not a 5, I'm a 4. And then, a week
A
later,
week.
Luka came here. So, makes sense.
There were a couple things to that I thought were major misplays by AD. Number one was that the Shams sit-down cannot happen. That should have never happened in that manner.
Why not?
Because this gets to my second point. AD was never the star that people claimed he was.
No.
Never.
No.
He is not a superstar.
He's a great player.
He's a great player. He is not a superstar. He was a majorly known guy with a gimmick. People beyond forced
really
it.
tried to
The
force it
idea
here.
that your play is the only thing that makes you a star was wildly misguided from the beginning, and he tried to cash in on the superstar element.
It's one of those
for the
things.
player's side.
I'm glad you said what makes a superstar.
It has a lot of factors, but you know what it ain't? Anthony Davis.
It's not a set of criteria that you check boxes.
Yes.
It's you know it when you see it. And it's part of it is play, part of it is big moments, part of it is just charisma.
Aura, as the kids say.
Aura, part Riz, if we want to throw that in there.
Oh, my God.
And it's just this. I don't have to tell you I'm a superstar. Luka Doncic, from the time he was the second year in the league, you're like, oh, that's one of those guys.
Whatever it is, he's got it.
Giannis
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo, it's like, oh, yep, that's one of those guys.
Yep.
There are some guys that are kind of like, let me ask you this. His play is an unequivocal superstar level of play, but does he resonate the way that these other guys do? Jokic.
Yeah.
And it's one of those.
I think Jokic is because he's got a mystery element to him. But here's my
And his brothers
baseline.
will kick
And he's also not. He's also not an American, so there's a different level of sort of grading there. Here's my typical
must break you.
baseline for American players in any sport. If you're a superstar, do people know what the sound of your voice sounds like? And that, to me, is a factor because it shows.
You know what AD sounds like?
Kind of.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
But, like, you know what I'm saying, Trey?
I think the question would be, does my mom know what his voice sounds like?
I could pick Jordan and LeBron out of without seeing them.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
That to me is always a thing where it's not like just because you're focused on it, but like if I don't know what you sound like when I look at you, you're not a superstar.
You're not a superstar.
That's just how that works.
You're not
at least for
A-list.
me.
Why is she taking shots now? It's over. Why pour syrup on a man's grave?
I'll tell you why.
That's twice I said that. Yeah.
Well, there's that.
She's winning.
Is that what it is?
Bingo.
But why him, though?
Have you seen this team?
But why him, though?
Because he's the piece that left.
Yeah.
But
pretty simple.
All he did was help this team win. Why are you taking shots at him?
Because he's the one that left. Who's the guy they sent with him?
Max Christie.
Max Christie.
Bergie's favorite player in the history of the Lakers.
Max Christie's a nice player, but
Yeah.
but it's like he was just kind of a throw-in at this point.
Seems kind of like piling on to me.
It is.
Definitely piling on. That's
But
why it's funny.
You traded him.
Because they're winning, and there's excitement, and there's a liveliness, there's an enthusiasm, there's a, hey, it is coming, and it's wasn't going to come with him here.
Yeah, and I think there's
that's
also...
what
That's
it
the
is.
part we should be focusing on, not the dumping on AD.
No. Well, here's it is.
They
The
go
knife-
hand in hand.
The knife,
Okay.
they're the same deal. Just same as two sides of the same coin. The knife turning is why this is happening. It's like, oh, you probably aired out some laundry that we didn't
With
need
that
you to
interview.
air out. Yes.
Okay.
This is where the Shams interview
makes
becomes
it-
a problem. It wasn't that it was salacious. It was just, dog, you don't have this kind of equity in terms of this team to be talking
That
about
makes
this
sense.
like this in this context. So when you're gone, well, wait. But now that it's looking good, it's like,
That interview might have
think-
made
told
some
you
more
so.
people mad than we know.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And had Kobe Bryant said something like this, they're not firing back.
Different
Had
story,
Magic, even when Magic went on TV and hit the detonator,
Yeah.
everybody's like,
it's Magic.
it was pretty quiet. Right?
Yeah.
And they were like, look, we're sorry Magic's
Not
upset
you.
and it didn't work out, but they didn't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not that
I
guy.
respect AD. It's just I don't think it's fair that you keep taking shots at him on the way out.
On Morning Edition.
Well, not just her, but a lot of people. Because
I can't get over the Morning Edition element of this.
I'm not saying it's fair to Marco or right, but it's accurate.
It is.
It's
not him.
It kind of was him. It was him leaving and Luka coming. It's the two things. That's the only thing that's really changed, and the vibes around this team couldn't be more different.
It's mean-spirited. It's
It-
mean-spirited is what it is.
Coming
It's
up next
unnecessary. You could have kept that in the can. You didn't need to say
I'm trying
that.
to use my NPR voice here because I can just imagine coming up next hour. The trees in Oregon are having some trouble with the fires, and Jeanie Buss drops by to absolutely eviscerate your favorite NBA player.
It is pretty wild.
I mean,
And to promote her new show on Netflix.
Karma's a bee. Hey,
have you
Karma's
watched
a
that
bee.
show, by the way, Emily?
What goes around comes around.
Has anybody seen that show?
Yeah.
Which one?
Running Point. I have not watched it yet, but I plan on watching it.
NPR.
Yeah.
Morning edition.
Winning is a great salve.
Oh, of course it is.
It is just one of those, and it's the runway is long and wide and smooth, and she's able to say what she was never going to be able to say, which is our future with him
is better.
Was just not going to be what we were hoping it was going to be. When we made the acquisition, we thought that the feelings we're having now, we thought we're going to be with him, and it just never came to light like that.
guy.
And part of it was not his fault. Part of it was pandemic related and everything else. And then after that, it's just he got hurt and he didn't connect.
He part
just
is his
didn't
fault.
connect. And I don't think he didn't connect because he wouldn't try to connect. Look, Anthony Davis is a nice guy. Anthony Davis is a thoughtful guy.
A great player.
He's a great player, but it just was like, nope, not for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This ain't for the faint at heart, bro.
No.
This ain't for the faint at heart. No, it is. It is.
Far Side coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco. Big CY is here. 710 ESPN. Let's talk about our pal Joseph S. Normand. If you get involved in an accident, if you get hurt, if you're somewhere and something weird happens, like Joseph S. Normand has told us about pallets of dog food falling on people's head at retail outlets, like weird stuff like this. You get hurt, you're going to want to know what your case is.
Big time. And you need someone that's in your corner that actually cares about you and loves to go to war with insurance companies, loves to fight and defeat insurance companies on your behalf. I love the stories about 4-figure settlements going to 6-figure settlements on 2 phone calls. So make sure you have somebody in your corner. Call this number, 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com.
I want to make sure everybody heard that. That's a great point. 4-figure settlements that turn into 6-figure settlements. 6 sounds better, right?
A lot better.
A lot better because you have an expert on your side and the insurance company's not going to take you to the hoop. He's not going to let it happen. 213-747-2000, 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
ESPN LA is proud to support Children's Hospital Los Angeles during the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. CHLA is a leader in breakthrough treatments and research, giving hope to children facing complex conditions. From pioneering new therapies to advancing life-saving care, CHLA is committed to helping every child thrive. We're auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to generous donations from Black Gold Golf Club, Delta Airlines, and Pacific Palms Resort. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Yeah, you guys would love this. You guys are into The Office, right?
Yeah.
We talked to Brian Baumgartner.
Yeah, that's
Baumgartner.
Kevin Malone.
Kevin Malone, funny guy, great guy, knowledgeable. I didn't know he was friends with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
He's really good.
He's into those golf circles and all
Yeah.
golf. He's really good friends with Dave Roberts. So I think Dave Roberts was golfing with Kevin, Brian. When he found out some sort of news, I think maybe the Shohei or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was my question for him? Friends with Rodgers. And there's going to be a spinoff of The Office?
Yes, they're going to do a newspaper, and it's going to be in, like, Indiana, I think, or somewhere in the Midwest. And then I do know that Oscar Nunez is going to be attached to it. But it's pretty much a new cast. It has Dumal Gleason from England, and then it has a woman from season 2 of White Lotus attached to it.
Oh, sweet.
Same showrunners, but a similar format. I think it's going to be the same world as Dunder Mifflin.
That was my question.
We'll
is Kevin going to make a surprise appearance?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a chili
probably
guy?
All will.
Yeah, there's a very famous scene where he brings a pot of chili into the office and he drops it and it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then also Brian has, I think, a line of a cookbook of chili. And he has maximized the chili IP.
This is where the garlic and the onions get to know each other in the pot.
Okay,
Yes.
so we were also
Thing I do
sitting
best.
with a guy named Josh Morrow, who was on The Young and the Restless.
Got me on that one.
Been on that show for 30 years. Apparently, he is your mom's best, favorite actor. One of those good-looking dudes right out of the gate.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun stuff. So he asked the question about the chili, can you really make chili? He said, I never did before, but he can now.
Yeah.
So I guess chili is a part of his brand.
Okay.
And there's some new show called LA Suits that he's in.
Yeah, I've
LA
seen that.
Suits is the reboot of Suits in LA. Well, I don't know if Suits was already in LA. I didn't watch Suits.
I believe Suits was in New York.
Yes, and this is Suits in LA. Also starring Victoria Justice from Victorious is going to be in it. She's in the opening scene, I think. So
the kids show Victorious?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to watch that with my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fun show.
Yeah, good for her.
There's a scene, the scene they showed us, he's talking to his agent about wanting to, I guess he's playing what do you call that? He's playing the Kevin character, but he's not playing the Kevin character.
Typecast?
Whatever it is. He wants to kill that character.
Sure.
Because he wants to be a dramatic actor.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So the funny thing, too, if you've watched The Office...
It's tongue-in-cheek.
Very
tongue-in-cheek.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you watch The Office, he starts off not doing the voice of Kevin, and then the Kevin voice evolves over time into what it is at the end of the show. If you watch the first season, it's definitely not that same Kevin voice.
Yeah.
He kind of shifted it and then kind of got stuck in it, I'm assuming. He also used to have, I think, the most expensive cameo. I think for a long time,
that's what he said, cameo.
Yeah.
He does cameos a lot.
You could make a few bucks on cameo, I bet.
Somebody told me. That's just not my thing. I might do it now. I might start doing it now.
You should consider that.
When I used to be on Bart and Hahn, Bart Scott would do 4 cameos in a break.
Can't wait.
It's $100 in 2 minutes.
Really? My man. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's my question for you guys. So when there are people talking about Game of Thrones, Office, Miami Vice, whatever show that's popular that you're not into, when the conversation is going on around you, what do you do?
So this is a great question. And you mentioned one of them. For instance, I know The Office really well. Seen it a lot, love it. Game of Thrones, I literally have never seen a single episode. I might recognize a name or two just because it was in the zeitgeist for a while.
Tyrion.
I don't know that one. But
Khaleesi.
I know that one.
Okay.
And I know that Peter Dinklage was in it.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
He made it all the way through, right?
Yeah,
okay,
he
never
made
mind.
it all
Okay,
the
go
way.
ahead.
He's alive at the end.
So to your point,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was wildly popular. It seemed like everybody was talking about it, watched it. I have never seen it, have no interest. That whole genre of entertainment is not for me.
I'm right there with you.
Okay.
How did you handle that?
I would not like physically
can't
walk
leave
out of the room.
You can't leave the room.
I
You're
just
stuck there.
I check out.
Okay, you just sit there?
I just sit there.
Play
I
with
have
your
nothing
phone?
to add to it.
Okay.
And if somebody asks me, "Hey, do you watch it?" No, man, I really don't. Why not? It's not my cup of tea.
See, I'm like, please don't ask me if I've seen this. I just try to like nod.
Oh,
And go
why
along with
do you
it.
not want to know, or why not just say I don't watch it?
I don't want to be out of the conversation. I want to be there,
are.
and I can't leave.
Yeah.
They don't know I've never seen it. I'm just kind of nodding
Yeah, but
along.
okay, but here's the
oh,
option.
that was funny.
If you try to pretend, then you could get caught, and that's worse than not just because it's like not knowing somebody's name. I'm sorry, I know we've met before. I don't remember your name. Please tell me.
What's up, homie?
Right, my name's Bob.
Amigo.
Okay, cool. But if I start calling, I think this guy's name's Bill.
Yeah,
and it's actually Bob. That's worse.
That makes it bad. And why do they call me boss, Jorge?
It's just the respect.
What a
man.
boss.
You're big.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought it was something like negative, but
No, you're a big guy.
Okay,
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, but also going back to the you're in a crowd of a group of people talking about something you haven't seen. Like right now, Severance is big. Severance is if it's a very popular show to talk about at a party.
Like Game of Thrones everywhere.
Not quite like that.
Not like that. Okay, yeah.
But it is
popular.
I went out this last weekend, and the main topic, if anyone was talking about a media thing, was Severance. So,
look, you just ignore it, man. Like these guys will talk about Sopranos. I've never seen it. I saw 4 episodes.
I'm all in on that one.
It's whatever. Just sit here. The Office, I've seen 2 episodes. I don't care. So you just sit here and you're like, oh,
and
yeah.
if you, and DeMarco, if you don't,
did that.
If you don't like them, say who cares.
Yeah.
Let's say who cares.
It is a powerful because it's like I guess they don't care, and you just got to move on.
Okay, so they said he was coming on, and I'm okay.
Yeah, cool.
I thought he was a hockey player, Baumgartner or something. Yeah.
He's big.
Does sound the hockey player.
That's like a sports name. I'm like, but he was cool. I'm like, oh, that guy from The Office. I get it. But
he's
he was really
that
cool.
guy.
Yeah,
I think
really
he's
cool.
a Chiefs guy too.
I know he's a sports fan. He shows up at
I know the whole
events.
Aaron Rodgers and the Dave Roberts, his relationship with them, but maybe I'm confusing him with Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
I think he may have said his favorite team. I'm not sure. Was that might have been Fluffy? Fluffy was there too. He's friends with Ron Rivera.
Okay.
Yeah, so they get along great. And do you give him jokes for the team? And no, not under any circumstance. But great, thank you. Now I know it was awkward, and I didn't know the guy from the soap opera. I didn't know him. I never watched the soap operas either, so I was like lost through that whole segment. Like just.
It's all right.
What do you think of Fluffy?
Huh?
What do you think of Fluffy?
Fluffy's cool, man. He's from Long Beach.
Yeah.
I know Fluffy. Without knowing Fluffy, cool. I know Fluffy.
Yeah.
He's from Long Beach. I get your whole
He's
thing.
an LA guy. Like you just they're
Yeah.
You could speak the same language.
You know he collects those VW wagons,
the buses?
Yeah, the buses. He collects those.
Have you heard about his Super Bowl parties?
No.
He said there's like 80 couches. Like
where does he host these parties?
Wherever. It's not at a house. It's like a huge
like an arena?
Yeah, where you got like screens and the whole nine.
That's awesome.
He said, and this is a comedian saying this, but there's might be a grain of truth. People that he sends to the actual game are upset because they can't go to his party. That's how you know the party's rocking.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
A good Super Bowl party is better than going to the Super Bowl.
I wish I could disagree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going to the Super Bowl, don't get me, if you're a sports fan like we all are, it's a bucket list thing and it's fun, it's cool. It's long.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stoppages, and the vibe in the building isn't great because there's a lot of people there that aren't fans of those two teams.
The electricity's not there.
Yeah,
I got you.
An NFC or AFC championship game is a much better
Much
vibe.
better.
And like the lead up to the Super Bowl can be fun because the whole city is lit up.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Tell me how this rolls off your tongue. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Or how this makes sense.
How this hit you.
Thank you very much.
You're
Tired. Halftime at the Super Bowl is a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
I have an answer to this.
Okay.
It might be an utter catastrophe. I'm here for it. I think it's a really interesting idea because if it worked, it would be really new and fun and a different way to do it.
Like Chappelle or something.
But you'd have to pick the right guy that could play to 80,000 people in person. The acoustics would have to be worked out so you could hear the laughter coming back. That's what those guys feed off of.
Yeah.
But it could also be deadly.
See, the soap guy, Josh Morrow, said Chappelle sitting right next to Fluffy, which was interesting. Like, who could do it? He said Dave Chappelle. And we're like, no, he's got the NFL. Think of him. But he said, Fluffy says he would piss off half the audience.
Yep. Chappelle would be a tough choice. You have to go with somebody that is really well known, that is not particularly polarizing, and there's
who's the guy who does the George Washington sketch on SNL?
Nate Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze.
He's not famous enough.
That's true.
I think
you think Fluffy could pull it off?
No.
Not famous enough, or what? Doesn't reach all audiences? Okay.
You got to think it's got to play somewhere other than New York and L.A. It's got to play everywhere.
Not Mulaney.
Not Mulaney. What it could be, Chris Rock, I think, would be a possibility.
Okay.
Kevin Hart would be a possibility.
Oh, my God.
Those are the sort of guys that might be able to pull it off. But
yeah, I like the idea, though.
I would love to see
Coming
it.
Coming off the last
but tell
Super
me you
Bowl
can't
halftime show.
Imagine this, right? So we're 10 minutes into halftime. There's a guy out there telling jokes, and none of them have landed. That would be rough. That would be rough.
Oh, my God. You better hope that game's
good.
Yes.
Because you got to write jokes. It's like a little bit like the Oscars or something like that, where you got to write them to a big audience. It's got to play in the room. It's got to play on TV. And the second you try to write jokes for everybody, the jokes aren't very good.
Interesting concept.
It's a great concept.
I may be in on it. That sounds pretty cool.
You know, Fluffy's got his own parking spot at the West Garage.
Really? Like right now?
It says Fluffy. It says this spot designated for Gabriel Iglesias Fluffy.
Dude, he sold out Staples Center like a billion times.
He said he's still paying.
Well
He said he's still paying for going over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It may have been a joke. He said you're welcome for Ohtani.
Yeah.
Because he's paying the fine to the Dodgers so you can get Ohtani because he went over. Yes.
Yeah. No, he's huge.
Yes.
Huge. But
comedy is so subjective.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get somebody that is as universally appealing as most halftime performers.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got. Well, the other one was like, why not the Foo Fighters?
That would work.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it'd be great, right? But I mean, I don't know where you go coming off this last halftime show. You may need to change it for a minute
think
and go
that
this way.
most people wouldn't be mad about Foo Fighters. I just don't know how many people will be super excited about the Foo Fighters.
Depending on where's the next Super Bowl. Depending on
It's
where
here.
it is.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Okay.
Then here.
That would work. Foo Fighters here.
Oh, yeah.
Santa Clara would work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. The Dodgers are rolling out their A game today against the Texas Rangers here in about a couple of hours. And let's kind of go through this because this is seeing it on a lineup card pretty damn awesome. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland. Today I won after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a Glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of Glazers
That
around
is
here.
so untrue.
It goes Sedano, Cappy, and Mason,
glaze?
all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
You're a little guilty.
Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
The best thing about owning a Cadillac Lyric is owning a Cadillac Lyric. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 4.5 quart ceramic sauce pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 11th.
Number 2.
Get your Good Times Pizza Company pizza to go today.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th. Get tickets now.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
So I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
I dare you to say that out loud.
I'll say it right now.
You will not say that.
Dustin May and Carrot Top look a lot alike.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yes,
Come
they do.
on.
Yeah, they do.
That's not
They
a
both got
comparison.
big red hair. both kind of pale.
All I can see is Carrot Top
yeah.
now.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, because they look like. If I told you they were brothers, you wouldn't say "shut up."
Let me look one more
You'd be
time.
like,
Hold
yeah,
on.
okay,
I never
I
got
can kind of
Carrot
see it.
Top. Oh my god.
I can kind of see it.
Oh yeah.
I want to go back to something we were talking about a second ago, real quick, before we talk about this
Go ahead.
Dodger lineup. The idea of the
Oh
spinoff.
god, yeah, that's Carrot Top.
Yeah, there's a lot there. You met Brian Baumgartner?
Baumgartner, yeah.
Played Kevin Malone on The Office. He was on Good Morning Football with you today.
Yes.
And he mentioned that they're doing a quasi spinoff of The Office where the Oscar character, at least, is working at a newspaper in Indiana. Is that roughly right?
Newspaper in the Midwest.
Newspaper in the Midwest. Do you like taking something that you enjoy, and not because I know you're not an Office guy, but I like this show. We're going to pull a character, maybe a secondary character, out of this show, and we're going to put them over there, and we're going to build a show around that.
Spinoffs.
Yeah.
I love spinoffs.
You
as
do?
long as they work. I do.
Not a lot of them do.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Not very good.
Frasier.
It was Frasier.
Frasier might be the
That was
most
good.
successful version of that.
Sanford and Son, they tried like 3 different ways. That didn't work.
Yeah.
All in the Family. That spun off to the Jeffersons.
Everybody
Maude.
calls all.
Maude.
Where did Maude begin?
I don't know.
Maude. Yeah, as long as they're good, sure. Yeah.
You got to pick the right person to be the
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
That's the name of it.
But again,
Thank you.
You have Bob Odenkirk is a wildly compelling guy who that character was super
He
fascinating.
needed his own show.
Yeah. Like
And it ran longer than Breaking Bad did.
and both great. Both great. You could convince me that Better Call Saul's better, and I wouldn't jump up and down. I like Breaking Bad better, but anyway, they miss way more than they hit.
Very true.
Way more than they
Very
hit.
true. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like it's come up with another idea. And I know that's super hard to say, but just taking Oscar and throwing him over there and say, hey, remember that guy you really liked? He's over here. Come on, man.
I will say Parks and Rec was originally going to be a spinoff, and they were going to have Ann Perkins actually be
Ann Perkins.
Yeah, that she was going to be Karen from both, and that she wasn't going to be Ann Perkins.
Oh, right.
And
Karen.
I think The
Karen
Office
Filippelli.
is one of the few things that, like, it's easy to replicate and just basically have a whole new show because there are so many Office scenarios. I think there'll be very few actual tie lines to the original Office in Pennsylvania.
And still be funny.
I think, because there's been a million of these mockumentary spinoffs. I would say Abbott Elementary is a cousin to The Office. We have Superstore, also a cousin to The Office.
I always thought it was kind of like football. When you pay a guy or you get him through free agency.
Yeah.
And he's good with one team, and then you get him, and he gets exposed.
Well, it depends.
He's not as good as we thought.
Did I get Joe Montana on the Chiefs? Cool.
Right.
This is pretty good.
Right.
Did I?
Or we got a guy that's basically
Don't hate me for what I'm about to say.
What?
Did I get Kurt Warner on the Giants?
Look at you.
You know, it's just one of those, like, Kurt Warner's like, yeah, let's go. It's like, well, this isn't what I signed up for.
Right.
And then,
falls on your face.
Yeah. It's
sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
it doesn't.
Yep.
Here is the Dodger lineup for today. They will be playing the Texas Rangers at 1 o'clock.
Why'd you say it like that?
Say it like what?
Texas Rangers at 1 o'clock.
At 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Shohei Ohtani will be batting leadoff and is your designated hitter. Batting second at shortstop is Mookie Betts. Batting third at first base is Freddie Freeman. Your cleanup spot will be your right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 5, Max Muncy at third base. 6, Will Smith at catcher. Batting 7th in left field, Michael Conforto, new from the Giants this year. Batting 8th in center field, Tommy Edman, your National League Championship Series MVP. And longtime veteran and steadying hand, Miguel Rojas will be playing second base and batting 9th.
No surprises there?
No surprises.
So the look on your face is what?
Okay.
You can't believe this lineup?
I can't imagine having to pitch to this lineup.
Oh, okay.
I can't imagine walking out there for the first inning, catching the ball from the umpire and getting ready to dig in. And I look over and there's Shohei Ohtani waiting for me to start. And I'm thinking, okay, be careful. This is a bad you-know-what. Oh, damn, Mookie next. Okay. All right, be careful with him, too. Oh, damn, Freddie Freeman? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, now I got the bases loaded because I'm afraid to throw the ball over the middle of the plate.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez, who hit, what did he hit last year? 35 home runs, 34, something like that. Okay. Not an easy out by any stretch of the imagination. Max Muncy's either going to walk, hit it over the fence, or strike out. Those are the three options that are going to happen right there. Right. Will Smith is probably the second or third best catcher in all of baseball and can go yard and is a good hitter. He's not going to swing at a bunch of bad pitches. Michael Conforto might be the second easiest out in this lineup. He's not an easy out. He's a professional major league hitter. Tommy Edman, I think, is just starting to scratch the surface of how good he can be. And then Miguel Rojas might be the one guy that you can kind of go,
I can get him out. Yeah. Maybe.
It's crazy to think about. And Dustin May is going to pitch for the Dodgers today to start. But think about if it was this and Yamamoto was pitching, or Sasaki was pitching, or Snell was pitching, or Glasnow was pitching, or Ohtani was pitching, knowing that if I give up more than 2 or 3 runs, we're probably going to lose. Like, it's when you see it laid out like this, the only rub, so to speak, that's not a great defensive team. Like, when you look at Ohtani doesn't play defense, right? He's the DH. Mookie Betts is learning shortstop, so it's a work in progress, but it looks like it might be better than I thought it might be.
Your disaster plan is what?
At short?
If he blows up at short, which he probably won't. Edman in, and where do you put him?
Back in right field.
Back in right field. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Freddie Freeman is a good defender. Teo is average.
Is Freddie healthy?
Right. He says he's going to have
Healthy
to
enough?
manage his, I think it was his shoulder for the first half of the season. I think it was the shoulder. Maybe
Healthy
it was the ribs,
enough. Okay.
something like that. Max Muncy's not a particularly good defender. Will Smith's fine. He's a good defender. Michael Conforto, yeah, okay. Edmund, very good defender.
How much do you care about defense, actually?
Well, it's the only thing you can look at this and say that it's not, like, if their lineup is a 10 out of 10, if their starting rotation is a 10 out of 10, if their bullpen's a 9 out of 10, their manager, whether you love Dave Roberts or not, he's been around the block a million times. He's won the World Series twice. You can't give him anything other than an 8 out of 10.
And
right?
when you mean defense, you mean actually with the glove, mobility, range, whatnot.
All of it.
Not being a bonehead and missing your assignment.
No. They don't put guys like that out there.
Right, okay.
They don't do that.
You're talking about range.
I'm
and
just talking
athleticism.
about when you kind of look at it, these guys aren't, they're not loaded with gold. Mookie's a gold glover, but not at the position he's playing. He's a gold glover somewhere else. That's the one part of this that goes, it's not dreadful. It's just not a 10 out of 10. It's a 6.5 out of 10.
It's funny. The closer we get to actual baseball, the less confident I get because it's baseball.
Yeah.
No matter what you trot out there, I mean, Ohtani could have a bad year. Mookie could have a bad year. Freddie could have a bad year.
Let me ask you this.
All at the same time.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But put injury in a separate category. That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's a bad year for Shohei Ohtani offensively? What's it look like?
What did he bat last year? What
Like
was his
batting average?
Yeah.
I think it was right around 300, maybe 301 or 2.
Okay,
something
let's
like that.
say he's flirting with the Mendoza line.
200?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know the scenario that happens. That's not going to happen.
Just can't figure it out. He's being confounded by stuff.
He has cataracts. He can't see
something. He just can't figure it out.
I mean, that's not going to happen. My point is, a bad season for Shohei Ohtani is 24 home runs. He hits 245.
So average good season is bad for
his
him.
OPS is, instead of being 1,000, it's 790.
Yeah,
like that's the worst. That's pretty good.
Still pretty good.
It's above league average.
Yeah, but I mean, like it just as you get closer and things get more real, I guess maybe you just have more respect for your opponents because they're reading and seeing the same thing, and they're going to be up for you as well.
Yeah, if I were a Giant fan, a Padre fan, a Diamondbacks, Mets, Braves, I'm trying to think of the other teams, Phillies. Like the Phillies are going to be really good too.
Yeah. And
the Phillies have really good pitching also. I think that's one of those. Can Zach Wheeler lock up that lineup? Yeah, probably. On any given day, he might be able to do it. We're going to have to do that a few times.
Day 2.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But we're gonna have to catch them in a little bit of a lull. We're gonna have to be at our very best, and weird baseball, you know what happens.
Weird stuff happens. I mean, you have zero trepidation about this season. What's
the regular
at all.
season?
Yes, zero, none.
DeMarco, I hate what you're about to make me say, but
Go ahead.
No, not really.
That's new.
Yeah,
that's got to be new
because the worst case scenario
because
worst season for Shohei, worst season for Betts, worst season for Freddie, worst season for Muncy, Smith, all these guys,
which will never happen,
are still pretty good. Like the
Yes.
worst if you looked at their baseball reference page and found their worst year and said that's what they're going to do, that team wins the division by 9 games. Now, they might get clipped in a playoff series, but they're going to the playoffs. They're winning that division. I think the floor, we're talking about how many games they might win. I think you and I were right around 112.
I said 115.
Yeah, I think the floor, 100.
That lineup you just
the
rolled out.
floor might not even be 100. It might be 102 or 3.
And here's the other side. You really you can't blame it on pitching either. You're loaded there too.
Both on your starters and in the bullpen.
Yes, you're loaded there too.
They're going to have, this is crazy. They're going to have a major league caliber starting rotation that's not on the major league roster. Here's a starting rotation that you could conceivably have in AAA. Tony Gonsolin, Dustin May, Bobby Miller, Landon Knack.
Wow.
Those are 4 guys that every single team in Major League Baseball would love to have on their big league team. They might not be able to make the damn team.
You think you trade somebody at some point?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nice.
Depending on, let's say
what you need and what's out
the
there.
Kim guy for Korea just doesn't work out. He just can't hit at all. Like, you can't play him. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deal to get a second baseman.
Okay. I'd be surprised if he couldn't hit.
He hasn't hit so far. It's spring training.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Give him a few more.
But yeah,
a few more ABs.
He looks he looks a little overwhelmed.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know who else? I know I said this before. You know who else looked overwhelmed?
You said this before.
Ohtani.
Yes.
When Ohtani came to the major leagues, his first year in spring training, you're like, what? This guy? Really? Yeah,
Wow.
really.
Come on.
Now, I'm not saying that Kim's going to be Ohtani, but hopefully
This
he
is
can
going to be
a
an
little bit
interesting case study of Travis this year. We should just put a GoPro on you all year long to see you go through this.
I'm not going to lie. I'm looking as forward to this season, the regular season, as I have in it, because of what happened last postseason. I'm fully aware of I'm fully aware that they could lose in the playoffs and it would be a drag. But had they not punched their ticket last year and going into this season, it's like, I don't care what happens in the regular season. It's all about the postseason. This year you get to enjoy the regular season because you just won the World Series.
Okay, the monkey's off your back.
Yeah. The boogeyman is dead.
This is funny.
Until he shows up again and
You're
I get
the
all
guy
freaked out.
on my block that keeps pulling out the Viper and shines it every day and then pulls it back in the drive. Don't even drive the damn thing. I have it.
Yeah, they're going to drive it. They're going to drive it today. They're not going to put the driver in it because Dustin May's pitching instead of Blake Snell.
Yeah.
But they're going to drive
10 years and he's got 50 miles on it.
I can't wait.
Drive it.
I can't
Come
wait.
on.
Rams signed another one of their guys, and they may just be getting started. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D. Farr here. You can play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. I just got invited out for a few of those weekends. There's a tequila and taco night coming up. Tell me that doesn't sound fun. That is all me right there. So why get yourself stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. And there was a chocolate and wine party that I can't make this week. I wish I could. Sounds like fun. They got a bunch of that stuff. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The immense casino floor, 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. I'm going to use at least 1,000 of those. Just give me 10 rooms. I'll just go from room to room. The spa, the golf course, 20 bars, restaurants. It makes Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Listen to me out there. Go there. We're going to have fun. This is going to be great. I'm taking Travis. Whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you. Call this number, 888-PECHANGA, 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for info. Follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Spring is finally here, and so are spring projects. So get them started at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale. This weekend, save on products like pressure washers for $69.99, 42-inch roller cabinets for under $500, plus 30% off Hercules corded power tools. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until 3/9/25 while supplies last. Limitations apply, so spring in before it's over.
Hey, it's Mace. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, helping kids get the breakthrough care they need. CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences like a premier Cosm Los Angeles Dome night, you and a friend and me. Every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com. That's 710FORCHLA.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
That was close. I almost fell on my ass right there.
What'd
I
you
don't know
do?
if anybody caught that. I went to go sit down.
Right there?
Right there. And my foot hit the chair, and the
Oh, it
chair
moved.
went back, and I caught it with 10% of my butt. I nearly went down.
Play back
Bruised
the tape,
tailbone.
Parker.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Bruised tailbone. Yes, sir.
Oh, I have that.
It hurts. Sucks.
It never heals.
No, hurts.
Yeah.
Hurts like, you know what?
Tom Tolbert gave me one. Remember Tom Tolbert? Played in the NBA for a really long time.
How did Tom Tolbert give you
was at Jim Rum's wedding.
Yes.
And we were dancing on the dance floor. Not together, but we were dancing at the same time.
Yes.
And we were having a good time.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, a little oil.
And Tom's a lot bigger than me.
He's a tree.
He's 6'10". Okay? A lot of oil. He's 6'10". Bigger than me.
Yeah.
He kind of hip chaps me. I went flying.
You guys tried to do the bump?
And I wasn't prepared for it.
Oh, he was doing the bump.
And I got knocked literally on my butt and landed tailbone first on that wooden dance floor.
Oh.
That happened 28 years ago. It still hurts.
See, that's
Did
your
you
fault.
break your coccyx?
Maybe. I don't know. It still hurts if I sit for more than 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, that's your fault, bro. If you're in the mosh pit, you got to mosh, bro.
Mosh pit is a wedding in Napa.
You're on a dance floor with a dude that's 6'10". That's a mosh pit. I don't care where you go.
No.
Were you laughing at the oil or he's a tree?
No, it's just the way like everything came out. Like,
Oh.
And he was laughing at me saying coccyx as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's called.
Come on,
It's a
grow up,
tailbone
Jorge.
name.
Grow up, Jorge.
Cody Bellinger just got a hit for the Yankees. They're playing the Twins on ESPN right now. It's weird seeing Cody Bellinger in a Yankee uniform. I was just telling Emily this. You know, I was very pleased when the Dodgers moved on from Cody Bellinger. I felt like that had run its course.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I root for Cody Bellinger.
You respect what he did.
He got a lot of big hits for the Dodgers. Yeah. He got a ton of big hits for the Dodgers. He's just, after he dislocated his shoulder in the World Series with that high five, he was never really the same again, at least not with LA. He lost his pop. But I didn't want him in the lineup every day, but I don't root against him. He's one of those guys I root for.
No doubt. And it's funny you mentioned that about guys that make plays for you that some people may be out on. Tutu Atwell staying with the Rams. Nice deal. What did he get?
10.
10 million?
1 year, 10.
1 year, 10 million. I think that's fair. What do you think?
I'm not a huge fan
of Tutu.
No, I don't.
Every catch he made this year was big.
Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you the fact that we could name probably every catch he made is
I know
part of the problem.
There weren't many, but when he got in, he made plays. And I'll tell you, he did something the other two didn't, and the other two are Puka and Cooper. He stayed healthy all year.
Yeah, he did. Well, when you don't play, it's got a better chance of staying healthy.
He's played in every single game this year.
I get it, and I'm trying not to throw cold water because it's not particularly expensive. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad $10 million for him. That's great. I'd like $10 million a year doing what I do. He doesn't move the needle for me. He's
a guy you don't have to teach the offense to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Brandon Lloyd? The receiver, Brandon Lloyd?
I remember him, yeah.
Okay, Brandon Lloyd is kind of like this. I mean, years of 212 yards receiving for the season.
Okay.
585, 733, a bunch of nothing, and then all of a sudden 1,448 yards. The dude could ball. It was just circumstance. You figured out that he had to take medication back in the day. No one knew that. So once he got himself mind, body, and spirit, the dude could actually ball out. I'm not saying that's Tutu.
Yeah.
He had 0 touchdowns last year.
0 touchdowns. I get you. I think he's only scored once in 2 years.
He's had 3 touchdowns last year.
The guy,
2023.
He can fly.
He's fast.
He's absolutely can fly. So there is room for him in your offense. Now, it may not be that he's not doing everything right to play. It could be, I just don't like him enough to play him.
But then why resign him?
Great question. That is an excellent question. If you don't like him, why did you draft him?
Yeah.
Did you think he was going to get bigger?
I hope not.
Right, but it's not like Tutu can't play. He can. He's a very good receiver. He's just not very big.
He could be a very good receiver. He's been. I'll use this as anecdotal evidence. I've done the Rams postgame show. This will be my 10th year coming up. I don't know if we've ever talked about him in a postgame show.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like his impact. He does make a big catch. There's a PI call that will kind of put them in position to go do a thing.
Or a first down.
I don't mean to feel like it did, but we talk about the other wide receiver. We put Puka and Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp and those guys in a separate category. Those guys are number one wide receivers, and they're just a little bit different. But we talk about Demarcus Robinson. We've talked about Ben Skoranek. We've talked about some of those other guys that fill. We haven't talked about the guy who went to Cal, DeShaun. What's his last name? The fast guy.
I was going to say Foster. That's not
no.
him. Jackson.
DeShaun Jackson.
Yeah.
We've talked about Jordan Whittington.
We've talked about Jordan Whittington. Like these guys.
You know what they all have in common? They're all big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think McVey covets bigger receivers.
Yeah.
Until this year.
Yeah.
But whenever Tutu gets hit,
you hold your breath.
Feel it. You hold your breath.
Yeah.
But
he does get back up. He doesn't miss the game.
He's never been hurt.
Not last year.
That's a you thing.
No, he was hurt in that first season. He
Yeah.
got hurt in that first play.
like never been drilled hurt. Like you got to scoop him up with a spatula. Yeah, not like that.
He was eliminated for that. And
that kickoff return they got kind of smoked on. That was a few years ago.
But he missed an entire year.
It's more than just. It's not his ability. It's the fact that they just didn't want to use it.
Yeah, look, the ability. What's the like? Talent is unrealized. Or no, potential is unrealized. What is it? Something like that. Talent is unrealized use or something like that.
Potential is a French word where you haven't done anything
right,
yet.
There you go. That's a better way of saying
Yeah.
it. He may have skills and all these things. I just have never been like, man, Tutu killed them tonight.
Yeah, you might. I mean,
hope so.
There was an adherence to a certain type of receiver in the McVey offense. That could be changing. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft. A lot of good fast, young receivers in this draft.
That's interesting.
So things could be changing.
It's also Devontae Adams, who apparently has a 3-team list.
So I just say, just be careful because Tutu could wind up breaking out.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I hope that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I hope that he.
And
has
I do
a great
know this
season.
I do know this. Stafford loves him.
Yeah, doesn't throw him the ball very often.
Well, when you're told not to.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but this. He loves him, but I'm telling you not to throw him the ball.
Throw this to Puka.
Yeah, I just
throw this.
At some point,
to
I'm
Puka.
going to need you to catch the ball and get in the end zone.
We're going to force this to Puka.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Catches the ball and makes plays and scores touchdowns and is a incredible
Why do you
player.
hate Tutu so much? He doesn't have a lot of drops.
It's
all
not
he didn't do was not get an opportunity, and you're dumping on the guy. He doesn't get a lot of run.
No.
Right.
No.
That's not his fault. He can't play himself. Even if he outplays people, he still can't get on the field.
I hope to be wrong. Put it that way.
Okay.
I hope to be wrong.
We're going to find out. I never understood the Tutu hate because
It's
he's
not
so
hate.
small.
He's a very small guy. He's 160 something pounds.
Going back
He's a non-factor basically.
Because he doesn't play.
No, he plays every game, like you say, but he's not.
They don't
put in
play him
plays.
enough to be a factor, and they don't throw him the rock. You can't go out there and hey, give me the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How excited should I get about Devontae Adams? Apparently has 3 teams that he wants to go play for.
Rams are on there.
Rams, Chargers, Niners.
Shoot, I would sign him just to keep him away from San Fran.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility? They have a little money. There's opportunity here with Cooper Kupp likely leaving.
Just like Aaron Rodgers, when I saw him in New York, and when they started to play backyard sandlot football, forget the plays, I'm throwing to you.
Yeah.
He still got it.
Yeah,
he
he
can
does.
go up and get it. He still spins you in circles. If he's your number 2 option, he'll kill your second corner.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely will kill your second corner.
And he
dead.
does play a lot. He is a guy that gets in the end zone.
The only thing is you haven't had a lot of drama here. And
No.
he will bring drama.
And I'll use this as an example.
Yeah.
I think that the Rams culture, the universe, the what they've created tempers that. And I'll use Odell Beckham Jr. as an example. Odell Beckham Jr. was filled with drama in other places. He came here, none
he
of
had
that.
to rehab his image, though.
Yeah, but
this could have been his last stop if it went bad.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I think that when you're surrounded by guys that go about it a certain way, like, for instance, Jalen Ramsey is a larger-than-life persona, and he would do things occasionally this fine, but it never became the identity of the Rams. Like, they were always able to deal with Jalen's outsized personality in a way that didn't affect the team.
I don't think let me think.
They really haven't done much of that.
No, you haven't really gone outside the building to grab a top-flight, diva-like number 1 option receiver. That comes with baggage.
Sammy Watkins wasn't diva-like.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a guy that's super famous. He's got commercials.
Yeah.
And OBJ was not expected to be the number 1 wide receiver.
No,
on
that was with Woods and Kupp and those guys. He was going to have to slot in.
But I would say this: once he worked himself into shape, that would have been a hell of a competition.
Dude, he was awesome.
Oh my God,
he was really
His
good for the Rams.
Catch radius is unreal.
I would love to see Devontae. Like you said, keeps him out of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers is a little different because they're on the other half
AFC,
of the draw,
but not there. Yeah.
He's really good.
It was super good,
and he plays, and he's tough, and he gets in the end zone, and he, like you said, if all of a sudden if you got to stop Puka first and him second, let's go, or vice versa.
If I'm McVey and Stafford says I want him, then he's your responsibility. Okay. Make sure you keep him in check. Yeah.
Well, we can give that a shot. We can give that a shot for sure. It is another Cosm Ticket Thursday. If you want a chance to experience college hoops at Cosm Los Angeles, call 877-710-ESPN. Right now.
Yeah.
And caller number 7 will win a pair of tickets to the Hall for Arizona and Kansas. That is coming up this Saturday, March 8th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Limited tickets still available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Call for your chance to win a pair of tickets only from 710 ESPN. Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Prize Picks, Lakers back at it tonight. They've got the New York Knicks coming in, and this is what makes Prize Picks so much fun, is that it's taken what we're already doing, watching a basketball game, baseball, of course, right around the corner, hockey, if you're a hockey fan, and you got a chance to win a little bit of money along the way as well. All you have to do with Prize Picks is pick more or pick less. It really is that easy with Prize Picks. Luka Doncic, 28.5 tonight, more or less. LeBron James, 26.5, more or less. That's Prize Picks. You pick 2 or more players, you look at their statistical projections, and if you get it right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. And with Prize Picks, here's what you're getting. You're getting $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, that's guaranteed when you use the code 710, 710. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy. And you're going to watch anyway. Might as well have a little fun and win a little money with Prize Picks.
The legend of LeBron continues to grow, and we're witnessing greatness every time he steps on the floor.
Laker Nation, on your feet and honor LeBron James.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
The first and only player in NBA history to reach 50,000 career points.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. I'm super blessed to be able to put that many points up in the best league in the world.
A historical milestone that will likely never be matched again.
50K points, I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K, you never know.
LeBron's legacy is etched in NBA history, and you are living it all here.
The home of LeBron and the Lakers is 710 ESPN. Pickable.
You never expect a massive trade between superstar players or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
There's only one team you can call on to play defense for you, the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score the winning shot for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports strips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
We've all heard mortgage rates have finally moved down. So if you've gotten a mortgage in the last 2 years, contact the Loan Exchange to check on lowering your mortgage payment. Today, the Loan Exchange is offering a 30-year fixed free closer loan at 5.99% rate and APR. That's right, there are no closing costs. Wow! You can lower your monthly payment without increasing your loan balance. Isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find out how much the Loan Exchange can lower your payment? By the way, if rates go down further next year, you can do the same thing again without any closing costs. Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com for a free closer 30-year fixed rate and APR of 5.99%. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Want a golf course quality lawn? It's easier and more affordable than you think with True Green. As the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, True Green brings pro-level expertise straight to your yard, so your lawn can look like a fairway. Sign up by March 10th and get one free application. Plus, you'll get True Green's price match guarantee. If you're not satisfied, True Green will revisit your lawn between scheduled visits to make it right. Visit TrueGreen.com today to get a free application. Offer ends March 10th. Restrictions apply.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, show. Hi, guys.
Money Mogo.
¿Qué onda?
I got breaking news, guys. A
Konigi.
Yankee actually covered their base. And
Oh.
the third baseman
Wow.
ran to third and covered it up. So
There you go.
something new every day.
Well done.
Way to go, Coach Boone.
Good job, man. Well done.
Today is National Oreo Day, and I was thinking about the different ways that my sisters and I weirdly eat Oreos. We don't really eat them the same way every time, and also use our milk. And so I can't remember which sister. One totally takes all the cream out, like opens it up, takes all the cream out, puts them back together. And
Eats the cream.
Yeah, eats the cream.
Okay.
And then puts the two cookies together and then dumps the two cookies separately, just as cookies.
That's not bad.
That doesn't sound
That's
terrible.
not bad.
There's my way where I twist it off.
Yep.
I just take a little lick and I put it back and then I put it in.
Old school. Old school.
And then there's different ways to eat Oreos, obviously.
Sure.
Or just
so
pop it in your mouth.
you eat Oreos the same way every time. Travis, Factor Cap.
I think that's Cap. I think I eat them the way DeMarco just described, where it's a one-bite shot.
Yes.
I'm not taking a bite of an Oreo. I'm putting the Oreo in my mouth. I chew it. I drink it. I take the swig of milk. But I'd be lying if I said occasionally I don't separate them and pull the cream out and eat just the cookie or whatever it is. But yeah, it's not every time, but most of it's how fast can I eat this entire bag of Oreos? That's usually the game.
Have you ever taken down an entire rack of double stuff?
No, so I don't like the double stuff. I like the regular ones.
Have you ever taken down an entire rack of Oreos?
Yes.
Yes, in one sitting.
Yes.
With milk or without?
With.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Cap, yes, there's a 1,000 different ways
Yeah.
to eat Oreos. Yes, including all at once.
You know what's funny? For
Yeah.
like such a mass-produced, like, corporate giant, or I think it's Nabisco
Yeah,
makes
it's
Oreos.
Nabisco.
And they've been around forever. They're so good.
Yeah, so
They're-
lovely.
they're
Do you guys
so
like the
good.
vanilla Oreos, like the
They're
white ones?
fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't deviate. I like
Yeah.
the
I like
standard
the-
Oreos, maybe
The-
double stuff.
The
yeah.
classic is my favorite.
Yeah.
But the one with I think they're called golden Oreos.
Yeah.
They're
I'm not going to say no.
Right.
But Oreo cookie milkshake.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me
yeah.
started.
Oh,
Don't get me
yeah.
started.
That's so good. You know what? You know who does a good fake Oreo?
Who?
Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
They're
they do
they're
a good
called
fake one.
Joe's O's.
Yes.
And they make both the chocolate kind like we like, and they do the vanilla kind, and they do a hybrid where one of the cookies is chocolate, one of them is vanilla.
Ebony
They're
and Ivory.
terrific.
I love it. See,
They're
you can
the-
have them. They're Trader Joe's. They're
They
healthier.
are the best Oreo knockoff on the market.
And don't sleep on, if you're ever at Cookout or if you go to Chick-fil-A, a strawberry Oreo milkshake. A strawberry milkshake
mess
with
with that.
Oreo crumbles.
I'd mess
Let's
with
go.
that. That sounds great.
Jorge, what about you? You eat Oreos the same way every time.
I do. So I do it way different from you guys. So I take half of that row from the packet. I throw it in a cup. I pour the milk on it. And then I pour whatever space left. I fill it in with a couple more Oreos, take a spoon, and I eat it like if it was cereal.
Oh, my God.
Man, it's the best thing you could do, man.
I've never done that.
Oh, try it, bro. Like
Soggy Oreos
Yes,
with a
and-
spoon.
Are you sure you're not Thomas Edison? Because that's a brilliant invention.
Today.
My man.
Today.
That's how you gotta do it.
That sounds so
Today.
good.
So then you have leftover milk. 'cause
Does
you
it
eat all
get
the
really
cookies.
soggy?
They do, and then they kind of dissolve, and you.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate
See,
you.
but I
I
want
hate
the
you right
medium
now.
soggy.
Yes.
I don't need it to be
No,
totally
I'm with you,
soggy.
Ev.
Well, you got to time it out, like it,
Yeah.
because
All my pants are going to stop fitting now.
Oh, and by
Sounds
the way,
terrific.
back to Denny's, we used to make those Oreo shakes. My man, I can make the best Oreo Oreo cookie shake.
Let's get to work. Let's go. Come on.
Denny's does not. You know what I don't know if they still do it, but they did when I was a kid. And they give you whatever's left in that tin.
Oh,
and bring that to the table,
I love
too.
that. The cup.
It's like another half a milkshake.
Yes, thank you
it's
so
terrific.
much.
Good way to make extra tip if you're a waiter at Denny's. Hey, put a little more in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the Hebel sisters were children of a certain carriage, I would say. So my parents, in addition to having a limit on our bacon that we can eat at one sitting, they had a limit on our cookies. So
what was the 3?
3.
Yeah.
You can only eat 3 cookies
Three
at
cookies.
a time.
What was
and
the bacon?
3.
3
Same.
bacon.
No,
Okay.
bacon's 2. Bacon's
2,
Oreos
cookies
3.
3. Okay.
I honestly still keep the cookie ratio for myself. 3 is where I always
I'm not
stop.
going to lie. 3 Oreos is the proper amount of Oreos to eat where you're satisfied. It's really good.
Can't get the 4th?
Oh,
Okay.
I can't stop at 3.
It's 4 quarters
but
in the game.
2, it's like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
4 is better than 3, but 3, like if I were rationing Oreos, I would give myself 3.
Yeah, that whole row and we're good. There's
Bro,
I've eaten the whole box.
When you peel it back,
Yeah.
oh, that whole row's coming
I've
with me.
eaten the whole box.
Yes,
I've eaten all.
yes.
There are 3 rows in a box.
You know what I love the best is when you open it and you think it's empty and there's 2
Oh, there's
more.
hiding in the
yes.
corners.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Yes, get the milk. Get the milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, those hidden.
Yes.
Oh,
hidden
yeah.
Oreos. Yes.
All right, I saw this story of someone who was on a flight, and their flight attendant. You know how some airlines like to try something different. We do it a little different around here. Instead of just do the safety things. But the flight attendant was playing the violin for the
Okay.
passengers as they were boarding the plane.
Okay.
Serenading these passengers, and got me thinking that I would absolutely hate this. I would have my headphones on already. I'm just get out of my way. I don't need to hear music. So you would welcome your flight attendant playing the violin for you. DeMarco, after Cap.
I have to go Cap. I appreciate it. I appreciate musicians. I get what she's trying to do. But remember the movie Titanic. There was a band on their plane. So that, I would think of that. So please don't do that.
The band played on.
Right.
Yes.
Travis?
You bring up a very good point. I was going to go the other way, but I think you bring up a good point. Assuming the flight attendant in question can play the violin well, it wouldn't bother me at all. Assuming they are not a beginner and it sounds like they're skinning a cat, I would be all for it because it's violin music is beautiful.
Yes.
And
I wouldn't even hear it. My headphones are already on.
When we went to Hawaii a couple weeks ago, and this is through the tinny speakers of the airplane, they were playing kind of like luau music. It was lovely, and part of it you're going to Hawaii and you're in a good mood.
Yeah,
but yeah, somebody that could play the violin well, that'd be nice.
Trev, I got a friend who does gigs. He travels, weddings and whatnot. He can play Thong Song on the violin.
Cisco.
And rock it. Yes, loves it. Most requested song at weddings for him
terrific.
is that. Crazy.
That's great.
Jorge?
I'm with you, Em. I would be checked out listening to something else already. If you're playing it, great, cool, congrats, and just who cares? In my opinion, I'm boarding the flight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I would say Hawaiian Airlines probably has the happiest passengers of any passengers on any airline.
They might.
Yes.
They
Because
might.
there's only one reason you're taking Hawaiian Airlines, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wonderful trip. I'm not going to lie.
You know what the depressing flight? Returning from Vegas.
It's the worst flight in the world.
Super quiet.
The difference in energy. Oh, look, you know what this is? I'll tell you exactly what this is. It's coming up next. I'll tell you what that return flight from Vegas is relative to the outbound flight to Vegas. Factor Cap's brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000. Or you can visit normandlegal.com. The Vegas flight to the Lakers is... It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, Visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Something amazing is happening. Despite a citywide blackout, this company is still up and running. That's because CDW deployed and managed a cost-effective Eaton Triplite Series Smart Pro UPS to safeguard equipment easily and reliably. Keep the power on and protect your IT equipment from electrical challenges. Triplite by Eaton and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/triplite.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
No, you wouldn't be comfortable in the B.
You keep saying that. I would love to be the B. The B is like the best gig in the world.
Right, but you won't want it.
I will take it.
You always say if there's a spotlight, you want to be in it.
Right, but
the very first thing you said to me when we started is there are generators and there are reactors. I am not a reactor. I'm not any good at it. I'm never going to be the reactor.
Who's the bigger star, Ernie or Shaq? The analysts are the stars. The B's are the stars.
No, but that's because those guys are bigger stars because they played in the league.
But they're also bigger personalities.
Who's a bigger star, Penn or Teller?
Well, the one that doesn't talk is obviously not a star.
Yeah, the bigger guy.
One guy has never said a word.
Yeah, but he's he gets all the good jokes.
That's who should replace you.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't say a word.
Give me Teller.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Can I read this to you?
Please.
This is funny. If the Dodgers flame, blame Travis. I mean, wow. Why even play? I've seen too many super-duper teams. Baseball is the worst sport to be this bullish. It always humbles people. Always.
That's pretty accurate.
That's a nice one. That's a good tweet.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And who said that? Do you know the name?
I don't know.
Let's call him Dave.
Yeah. Dave.
Yeah. Dave, you might be right.
Yeah.
You've heard me say this to Marco. What the Dodgers have done this offseason and over the last several seasons does not guarantee them World Series title after World Series title after World Series title. It doesn't. I'm with you on that, and you're right. Baseball is the most humbling team sport that there is. It will find a way to break your heart. It absolutely will.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. What I am not worried about is this team not making it to the tournament. That's what I'm saying. As far as what they've built as their roster, their infrastructure, their scouting, their development, their coaching, all of this, they broke the system. Because this is not just this team. They've made the play. They've won the division like 11 of the last 12 years or 12 or 13.
Yeah, this is not the first.
This is not where they just, you know what, we can't do anything. Go spend all. That's kind of what the Padres did a few years ago, where they signed Machado and they went crazy and all this. The Dodgers have been the best team in this division for a decade and a half. This is just doing it more. Doing it again.
But I think that speaks to what I was saying. As you get closer to the regular season where it really starts to count, it's like, okay, all the hype is just hype. Now you really got to go do it. Yeah. And it's baseball.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like log rolling. You never know.
I want you to remember this conversation. I'm fully aware of this happening. But I think that the worst version of this team, put it to you this way, Dave, and is there's not a circumstance that exists where this is an 85-win team. That doesn't exist.
No.
There's too many good players.
Gotta be, right?
There's just too many.
That would be like a disaster of epic proportions. If this team, the way it's constructed, wins 85 games, a lot has gone wrong for that to happen.
Yeah. You'd have to have season-ending injuries to 2/3 of your roster.
Yes.
And it's, never say never, I guess, but it seems very unlikely. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. ESPN LA will be auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences. And thanks to our friends at Pechanga Resort Casino, Fleming Steakhouse, and Black Gold Golf Club, all proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Here's what we're asking you to do. Go to 710-4CHLA.com. That's 710, the word for, F-O-R, CHLA.com. Visit 710-4CHLA.com to make a difference today. And we're auctioning off experiences that you could have here at 710, experiences that you could have with some of the people that you hear on the radio station. For instance, Emily and Clinton are going to go to a USC women's basketball game with you. You get a chance to play golf with you and me, DeMarco.
Let's go. I'm driving the car.
To go to Legends Attic and kind of get a behind-the-scenes tour with me and a sports legend. Like there's just some really cool stuff. We're going to continue to roll stuff out as well. There's a wine tasting with Beto and Sedano. There's a bunch of Cappy events. You can go watch a baseball game with me and Greg and Mace. Like there's so much cool stuff, and all of the proceeds go to Children's Hospital Los Angeles, which if you know, you know, but if you don't know, it's just a place that really changes lives for the better and takes unbelievable care of kids that are sick and in need. It's a terrific event. So if you can participate, please do. 710-4CHLA.com.
You were mentioning the flight home from Vegas.
Yeah.
How many times have you taken that flight yourself?
50?
50 times.
Yeah.
You're ragged out, you're tired, probably broke, hungover, mad, or scared to death.
Yep.
I hope she didn't check my phone records. Right? That is a quiet flight on the way back.
Well, yeah, all of those things. So I never thought of it like this, but this is perfect. The flight to Vegas is about as exciting a flight as you could be on.
Absolutely.
We're about to go do something awesome.
Yes.
We're going to have a great time. We're going to eat. We're going to have a few
from
drinks.
Alcatraz.
Might meet somebody.
Yes.
Might go do something that I don't typically do.
Absolutely.
We're going to go do it. That's the Lakers right now.
I see where you're going with this.
The Lakers right now is, hey, man,
bus.
I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be good.
Yeah.
We got Luka, we got LeBron, Austin Reeves. We're going to go to the play. We might be the number 2 seed. Like, there's a lot of great stuff. The anticipation of it is that. The flight back from Vegas was the Lakers with Anthony Davis and LeBron the last few years.
That's me.
Which was just like, yeah, man, I had a good time. It was cool, but man, oh God, I got to go to work on Monday.
It dragged on.
It's like, yeah, man, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I liked that or not.
Yes.
It was okay, but is this worth it? I don't know, man.
That's
what
watch
it
an
felt
actual
like.
bull fight, like a real bullfight? Have you ever watched an actual bullfight?
Like with
the pageantry in Spain and
the
whatnot.
matadors.
At some point, it's just
Highlights.
like, okay, man, I get it. Just finish
put this thing in its misery.
It's no longer fun.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. This is a whole lot different. This is like the bull knocking matadors over. Yay!
Yeah.
We want more of it. We want more of it. Get them and get them, get them. So it's more exciting. Everybody's geeked. Whether you think it's Luka's team or not, it is what it is. They're playing well. They're about to. They're up to 7 wins in a row. Mm-hmm. 8 out of their last 10. Is that what it is?
I think it's 16 of 19.
I mean, look, this is what you wanted. Let's enjoy the ride and let's have fun watching the Lakers win a little bit. That's why I didn't get Jeanie Buss popping off right now. Everything is so good. It's so positive. Why would you bring up that negative? He's gone.
Yeah, she's asked a question and she answered it.
Well, I mean, look, these things are fragile, and you can't connect one with the two, but just. When everything's positive and you throw that little kernel of negative, it spreads.
You know what it could be, though? And I hear you, and I appreciate what you're saying. But that could be one of those he started it situations. By doing the interview with Shams, by talking about we need a big, I should be at the 4 instead of the 5. Like, hey, listen, man, you got to come to us with that stuff. That is an internal matter that you made external. And it rubbed people the wrong way. And maybe that was just and listen, you didn't like where we were using you, so okay, we won't use you anymore. We'll use him instead. Enjoy Dallas.
Okay.
It could be one of those, hey, look, you said you weren't thrilled here. You didn't like the way we were using you. You thought that the team wasn't good enough to go do. We needed a big. So, okay. Well, we're better now.
But I never blamed him for that.
I didn't either.
I can't say mediocrity. But I can't blame him for that malaise that they were in. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I can't blame him. He wasn't the face of that.
Oh, sure he was. Everybody was.
The face of the malaise?
Everybody had equal part ownership of that malaise. But because LeBron and AD were the two best players, they got a little bit more.
Not like KD, what's going on in Phoenix with him? That's a distraction. That's a superstar or a great player, whatever. I love that.
Sure.
Making himself the issue. I never got that with AD.
No.
The only problem with AD was he couldn't stay healthy.
AD was never really the squeaky wheel necessarily, like in the classic sense of it. That's just not how he operated. But he was the guy that, as good as he was, you always wanted a little bit. It always felt like you were getting an A- instead of an A or an A+. Like he's really, really good, but man, I wish he would be a little more of this or of that.
But that's the other part. I think he's right. He isn't a 5. He's a better 4.
Okay, fine. But this is what we have. This is what we need you to do.
I know, but what I'm saying, like, he's not saying anything that's
no, it wasn't
so far out of the realm of reason.
In the grand scheme of speaking out on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 1.5. It was really low.
I mean, also kind of same from Jeanie. She's not like throwing a huge bomb.
You're right. You guys are both right. Here, we don't know what was happening that only they're privy to.
Right.
We don't know what was said.
We don't know
what
everything.
Was done.
Yeah.
And because again, and Anthony Davis does not have the institutional, organizational equity that some other Laker greats have had. Like if Magic Johnson
with a championship,
yeah, because it was a weird one, and I'm not because it was his fault. It was nobody's fault. It was the pandemic's fault. It was just he was unfortunate enough to have his finest moment be a moment that we associate with something super, super negative. It's not his fault.
No.
Okay. I feel like this
I would have left that one in the chamber. I would have saved that one. It didn't need to come up now, especially with how your team is playing. Just focus on Luka. We got a great player. Period. Leave it at that.
Sure.
Stay there. You didn't have to, punch down. Greg said that to me yesterday.
Yeah. I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I didn't mind it. I
because you're winning.
Because we're winning and because it's I like
you like
I
drama?
like the stuff.
Yeah, I get
like
you.
the stuff.
It's fun. We're talking about it. It's good.
The stuff is just as interesting to me as the games.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And when you've got the owner of the Lakers kind of giving a little sharp elbow on the way out the door, it's interesting to me.
Why not? And Luka is healthy, right? Yes, Luka is going to play. He was probable. Yeah. Don't start scaring me.
He's so good.
He is very
so
good. And so there's some Mavericks fans that keep texting me about just wait until the real Luka starts to show up. Like the real Luka they know.
Let's talk about that next.
Okay.
And who's responsible for making sure that, air quote, to use the line, the real Luka is this Luka. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The King keeps making history.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
50,000 career points for LeBron James, becoming the first NBA player to ever do it.
50,000 regular season and playoff points combined.
Another milestone for the King.
LeBron James.
And you heard it all right here
on the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more on massive high-resolution displays. You got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVey of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Two quick things for you real quick. Walking etiquette when you are walking with your spouse.
Yeah.
And she is just a beat slower.
Okay.
Do you match her pace or do you walk ahead?
What are we doing?
You're walking.
Are we working out or are we just taking a stroll?
First workout of the day. I want to work out. I want to walk with you, honey.
Yeah.
That's what she says to you.
I'm probably walking ahead a little bit and stopping and letting her catch up, and then I'm slowly pulling ahead again, stopping, letting her catch up.
Yeah, you're the, what do you call that? The pace button.
I forget what it's called, but I know you're
you can get a good workout that way. You have to stop and start a little bit, but I think that's proper protocol.
I think I never get like a half a mile ahead of her. I get 20 feet.
Okay.
And then stop and wait and let her catch up. Like we did a little of that in Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop and start, stop and start.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a dude that absolutely laps his wife constantly. I'm like, that's just rude.
Are they going in a circle?
It's a circle.
Okay, that isn't as bad as if like we're going from A to B and I just dust you and then I'm home a half an hour ahead of you. Because if we're going in a circle, I can see
like
you.
on a track or like on a circle?
Basically a track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just absolutely just laps her repeatedly.
It's kind of weird.
Just weird, right?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, all right. That was, you said you had two questions
I forgot the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll come to me. Yeah.
Can I complain to you briefly?
Go ahead.
Look over your shoulder real quick. Look at the other TV. Take a look. It's Aaron Judge, right?
That's Aaron. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Aaron Judge is talking to ESPN right now. He's got his headset on.
All I see is drop fly ball.
Dude, you ruined that dude for me. That's what I was going to say. Like you ruined that guy for me. I still am an Aaron Judge fan.
Yes.
Like I like Aaron Judge. I think I root for Aaron Judge.
You see him and you think what? Drop
fly ball.
It's
not even it's honest. No. It's not the drop fly ball.
What is it?
You asked the question the other day, and I forget exactly what you said, but it was something along the lines of, "Is that all Yankee fans are going to remember him for?"
Right now it is.
At first, I'm like, "No, dude, get out of it." And then I was home. I'm like, DeMarco. Wait, is DeMarco? Yeah, he maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, Nickel Roby Coleman.
If I
see. Scott Norwood.
If I were, but here's the difference.
Right.
Nickel Roby Coleman was never the MVP of the league.
No, but you remember him for
Scott Norwood was never the MVP of the best kicker.
Better resume. But
Aaron Judge is an MVP. He's a 60 home run guy. He's the captain of the blanking New York Yankees.
Yes,
but you're right, man.
He'll be in this hall of dumb moments, like J.R. Smith.
Oh my God!
But again, J.R. Smith,
Andrews
really good player. But
Chris Webber,
this guy's Webber's a better one because Webber was like an all-star.
He was a superstar.
And great on that team.
Yeah, great. He's the best player on that team. Yeah.
Now you've got a chance to play your way out of it.
Dude, you ruined that guy for me.
No, I didn't do it. He dropped it. Don't look at me.
No, it's your fault because it never crossed my mind that Yankee fans would look at him as, oh my God, that's the guy that. You're right.
It's New York, man.
I know.
But he's got a chance to play his way out of it. You could still pay
and
back.
And then he
New
doubled
York.
down with that stupid stuff about the beards and the haircuts.
Well, it happens.
Can I say too, their spring training uniforms, even if it's the one they use every year, I don't really pay attention to them because who cares with the Yankees? But they look stupid. With the
I don't mind them. The hat I don't like.
Stripes. Like when I look up, they look like the White Sox.
Yeah, but a lot of teams they're wearing their
white
navy blue jerseys and white pinstripe pants.
Is it called a jersey?
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So the jersey is one color. There's no pinstripe.
It's a solid.
I can't take that.
It's that Yankee blue solid color, white and white. I don't like the pinstripe white hat with the pinstripe. I don't like that. That's not.
Doesn't go with much.
No, but I don't mind. Spring training is the place where you shouldn't wear your regular uniform. Spring training, it's not a real game. Like one of the things that is really cool about regular season baseball is, That's the Dodger uniform.
Yes.
When they play these spring training games, they play those Dodger blue ones with the white writing.
You got to earn that one.
Yeah.
I just thought that it was going to be a stupid Yankee thing they always do, where you got to earn your pinstripes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. What is Aaron Donald wearing?
What do you mean?
This shirt. What do you call this shirt?
That's a jersey.
What do you call what LeBron is wearing?
Jersey.
Okay, so baseball jerseys.
Yeah.
Hockey sweater.
Sweater.
That's the only one.
Yeah. Soccer kit.
It's called a kit.
Yeah.
Is it really called a kit?
Yeah.
I thought the kit was the whole thing.
And
Short-
the shoes are boots.
Yeah.
The boots. Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
In Spanish, they call them tacos. Don't
Like-
ask me why.
Like
They're
the same word as the
tacos.
taco?
Yeah, the tacos. Hey, traes tus tacos. Yeah.
What's it? What the whole thing is a taco?
No. I'm talking about
The
the
jersey?
cleats. The cleats.
Oh,
the
the cleats are called tacos.
The
Okay,
cleats
got
are
you.
called boots, and everywhere else but America.
And
Except
Mexico,
for
apparently.
In
Yeah,
Mexico,
they're
it's
Called
tacos.
tacos. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like real tacos are being disrespected.
You've been associated
my-
with feet.
Yeah, I like, no.
No.
Stop calling them
Yeah,
tacos.
Move it
They're
up.
tacos are tacos.
Move it north a little bit.
My,
Yeah.
my swim coach used to always call our caps helmets to make us all mad.
yeah.
We're like, no, it's not called a helmet. It's get your helmets on, guys.
I told you about the hockey player that went nuts on me because I called the hockey mask a helmet.
Well,
It looks like a freaking helmet.
a goalie mask.
Yes.
The
What
other
did I
guys
say? Hockey
would-
mask? See, you're ripping me.
Ev-
Goalie
no,
mask.
Goalies wear masks. The other players wear helmets.
Helmets.
Yes.
Right. I got a lesson. You
Yeah.
sound just
DeMar-
like Twist.
DeMarco, the reason why I checked with him, the name of it is a jersey, is because he cares about the details.
That's why I'm
and
asking
will
him.
remind you all
do.
the time if you're saying something
If
wrong.
the
Yeah.
players are putting on their uniform in football, where are they located?
In a locker room.
Right. If they're doing it in baseball, where are they?
Clubhouse.
Right. If they're doing it in hockey, where are they?
Is it called the
dressing room.
Dressing room.
room.
Okay, that's the one I didn't
Yeah.
get.
'Cause I think
Dressing
this
room.
all started because I said locker room one time with baseball.
Right. No, it's
What
the
there's no
clubhouse.
locker room?
It's a clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Golf is the clubhouse. You
Clubhouse.
put your shoes on in the clubhouse. Yes.
Nice.
And if you do it in the parking lot, no.
That's no good?
No,
Oh,
don't
faux
do
pas?
that.
Oh, no.
At some places will basically try to, won't let you through the front
You
door.
can't come in.
It's a big faux pas. Other places don't care at all.
Wait, to get dressed outside?
To put on your shoes.
Oh, to put on your shoes
like when I go to play
outside.
golf, right?
Yes.
I pull my my clubs out of the trunk.
Okay, you
and
pull
then
pull your clubs out, right?
And I sit on my open trunk,
Right.
put my golf shoes on.
That's bad?
At private clubs, that's bad.
Why is that bad?
I don't know.
Why
But
is
it is.
like, do you hurt the furniture or something?
I have no idea why.
Oh, it's just a thing.
It's gauche. It's
one of them golf rules.
yeah.
See?
Golf has a lot of real
ton of
stupid rules.
I would love golf if you played music out there.
You can.
Like loud music.
Go for it.
Really?
Totally changed. It's that is a thing now that was. Had you done that even 15 years ago, there would have been complaints all over. The marshal would come out and say, "Dude, you got to turn that off." Now nobody cares.
There's
Bring
music out.
Bring your speaker and play it.
I'm
all day
coming
long.
back to golf.
Nobody
then.
cares.
I'm coming back to golf.
Yep,
then.
you
If
can wear
do
whatever
that.
you want.
Really?
You can play your music. Yeah, those rules are gone. Now at a private club, maybe a little bit different, but everywhere else, let it rip.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
When are you in? Or I should say, when am I going to play with your brother? You still need to set
We
that
may he may tag along and be my proxy when
Oh.
we do this golf. I'll drive the cart and
he'll hit the balls.
I'll mix the drinks and you guys hit the balls.
I like
yeah,
it. I
and
like
then we can get the competition going. We'll have a skins game.
Okay.
There you go. See, look at you.
Okay.
Look, you're not,
I got
you're
a
not
shot.
backing up.
Look,
Yeah.
there's. I'm not saying he can't beat me. He certainly can. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm.
No. I just love the side of you. Like you're like, oh yeah,
I got a chance.
I love it. Let's go.
I got a chance.
Let's go.
Although when you showed me his bag, I'm like, that's
Come
pretty
on.
good bag.
Don't be scared by the equipment.
JJ Redick is to Sean McVey, as we'll give you the SAT question coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Is your vehicle, is it due for service? Check out that little sticker, right? And if you're ready, why not head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change? Because for 30 years, Valvoline has been providing quick, convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. And you're thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to go over here, I got to go over there. I don't have time. Yeah, you do. You've got 15 minutes because at Valvoline, you don't even get out of your car. You stay nice and safe in that front seat while the expert technicians make sure that everything is running at its absolute best. And they can hook you up with just about whatever you need. We're talking oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, wipers, plus a whole lot more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes, and there's one near you right now. How do I know? because there are over 80 locations in and around Southern California to help you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. Here's how you find one. SoCalOilChange.com. They're going to give you one of those 80 spots, and you can download some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey, it's DeMarco. You guys know I'm a massive F1 fan. Nothing beats the speed, the energy, the atmosphere is electric on race weekend. If you want to experience it right, Absolute Sport is the way to go. Thanks to their partnership with Red Bull USA, they have exclusive rates and special access to F1 in Mexico City, Miami, Vegas, and Austin. With top-tier seats and luxury hotels, they handle everything. So all you have to do is enjoy the ride. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
You never expect a massive trade between superstar players or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
There's only one team you can call on to play defense for you, the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score the winning shot for you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You know what sucks?
What's that?
I still can't remember what I was trying to ask you. It's killing me.
Is it about tacos?
It wasn't about tacos.
Is it about your brother?
Nope. It was something. I was walking and something else. Maybe it was Vegas related. I don't know. I can't remember what it was.
Did you like Vegas? Do you like Vegas?
I loved Vegas. Vegas was fun.
Yeah.
Seems like we were there a lot.
Dude, I had a run where I was in Las Vegas 8 or 9 times a year.
Boxing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We were there a lot for fights, especially during the Oscar years.
So you had a lot going on. You had Oscar, Holyfield, Tyson, Pernell Whitaker, Julio Cesar Chavez. Like all of those guys were kind of fighting at the same time. And we would go to all of those fights.
Yeah.
Like the promoters would bring out all these radio programs, and we were always kind of on the list. And we were in our 20s and going to Vegas. It's pretty fun. And they'd put you up. It was a good time.
That's where I told you I met, not Rome, but Scott Farrell.
Farrell on the bench.
Right there. He was standing up with every newspaper known to man spread out on this big table, and he was standing up, rocking back and forth, and screaming into a microphone.
He would move like that.
That's that guy, yes.
Emily, don't listen to this. That was how we would get ready to do the show every day.
Newspapers?
You would go down to the lobby in the damn MGM Grand and buy the Las Vegas Sun, the LA Times, the USA Today, the Orange County Register, the New York Times.
That was the internet.
That you would buy 6 or 7 newspapers, and that was your prep for the day.
I bet that's why you call it a page.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah,
yes, it was there.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything. Fun stuff. Yeah, I love Vegas. I love going to Vegas. Had nothing but a blast there.
Food, if you like to eat,
it's all there for you.
There might not be a better place. Well, maybe LA might be better, but beyond that,
New York.
I'm talking quasi-local.
Yeah.
Like you can be in.
Nope, that wasn't it. I can't think of what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
We tried to access.
The second you get in your car, it's going to pop back into your head. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. ESPN LA, we're auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to our friends at places like Legends Attic, Pechanga Casino Resort, Cosm LA. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Visit 710-4CHLA.com to make a difference today. And 710-4CHLA, it is the word for, F-O-R, 710-4CHLA, and you can go bid on some incredible experiences. We'll come do a show from your house or your business.
Oh, that sounds
We will
cool.
broadcast from the destination or location of your choice. You can come and be a part of the features that we do here at 710. Be a part of Factor Cap or Game of Games, Radio Tinder, like all of these different incredible experiences. Go check out Legends Attic with me and a sports legend. Go play golf with you and me down at Pechanga. There's wine tasting with Cap or I should say with Sedano and Beto. There's just a lot of cool things. We're going to continue to roll them out over the next few days, and it goes to a terrific cause at CHLA. Just it's a great place. I'm a little biased because Susan worked there for a long time, but she's worked in a handful of different hospitals, and she still has an incredible soft spot in her heart for CHLA and all the incredible work that they do there.
Skins game. You and my brother.
Yeah.
Watch that competition right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
I'll be keeping score.
And you get to play.
Have
a few.
Order
a sandwich.
This is funny.
Transfusion at the turn.
Maybe
a transfusion on the third hole and the turn.
Maybe Jeanie is trying to drive folks to Running Point.
Well, yes, that's why she's on NPR, is because she's doing press for Redick.
Maybe she's trying. Yeah.
I don't know what popping Anthony Davis in the nose does to drive people to Running Point.
It got us talking.
Yeah, but not about the show.
I mean,
I don't think it really has anything to do with
We just
that.
did.
I think the
No,
PR
you did. Yeah.
I know.
I think
was
that
answering.
NPR has her on because of Running Point.
Oh.
The other parts of the conversation is about Running Point.
Oh, okay.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Of course.
She's a smart person, and she knows that what she said was going to draw attention. That
How could it not?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That if you say, he wasn't happy here and he didn't like the position we were playing, so we moved on and we got what we wanted and they got what they wanted. That is without just hitting the detonator. That's a pretty pointed statement.
If you took a shot at my star on the way out, because they took shots at Luka, I thought that was kind of unfair. I guess I would feel some sort of way. I may take shots back at you indirectly through Anthony Davis. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're better off with Luka than we were with him. That's a fair statement.
You mentioned Luka, and I don't know if it's a tweet that you get or whatever. Somebody's like, just wait till the real guy shows up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of things. That's possible. I think number one, maybe.
He said the pouty, whiny, he didn't say lazy, but just that guy.
Yeah.
The bad side of Luka.
Okay. Certainly possible. Something happened in Dallas where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And maybe it was so bad that that'll show up here again. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. Jeanie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and maybe even more importantly, JJ Redick is responsible for making sure that doesn't happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least it's mitigated to a certain point, that whatever his bad habits are or his personality things that might grate on people are minimized. I think that the Lakers got their Sean McVey and JJ Redick.
You think?
That a guy that maybe, because at first blush, it was all right, we'll see.
Culture changer.
Culture changer. And couple of different things. Put a pin in culture changer because I want to come back to that.
Yeah, let me write it down because I'll forget.
That when Sean McVey was hired, what was he, 30?
Yes, 30, 31.
In his early 30s. And it was hey, man, I don't know about this. I know he's been around football his whole life. I know he's been coaching for a while, but 30 to be a head coach, that's awfully quick. And it was, if we nail it, we're going to nail it. But this may be his first job as opposed to, and he'll learn and make mistakes.
Similarities there.
Right?
Yeah.
The similarities for JJ are, does he know, clearly he knows basketball. He's been around basketball his whole life. He played at Duke.
Played it, yeah.
All of that stuff. But he's never...
Or been coached by a great one, played it, yeah.
But he's never really done it. Yeah, well, by the time he's done it somewhere else, he might not be available.
True.
And maybe you looked somewhere, like they actively tried to hire Dan Hurley. Didn't happen. They went back to J.J. Redick. That's number one. Number two is that culture changer that you're talking about. And I really think there's only one way to do that. And that's by be good at it. That's it. Right? Like you can come in and have cool turn of phrase. You can come in and look the part. You can come in and be really good in front of the media and all that stuff.
Check.
But and both of those guys are good at that. Mm-hmm. But eventually, I got to put a play on film. Eventually, I got to make a decision in a game. Eventually, a player's going to challenge me, and I got to be ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
And most importantly, what I say needs to work.
Yeah.
So when I say we're going to do this, everybody's listening. Go, hey, his, you know what works. Let's go listen. Sean McVay's, you know what, worked almost from the jump.
Don't you think it's, just for a second, like what does J.J. Redick Coach of the Year mean to you? Does it mean a lot without a championship? Does it mean something? It means something.
It means something.
It does mean something. Yeah. See, I forgot again. The reason is I think it's easier for J.J. here because he even says it. He doesn't have to worry about the offensive end. That's
because of LeBron and Luka?
Because of LeBron and Luka. He gives credit to Luka. Luka's controlling. Luka's manipulating. That's great. He has changed culture, and he has locked this team up defensively. Mm-hmm. That's been the biggest change, and that predated Luka. You have to give him a lot of credit.
It did, I do. And I think that changing that culture, like you're talking about, getting people to buy in defensively. Okay, I'm a guy, I come in here, I've never coached in this league. Yes, I played, et cetera, and I say, hey, guys, we're going to do this on defense. It better work because if it doesn't, and all of a sudden we go out there, we try it, and we're still giving up a ton of points, and we're still ranked, 26th in the league defensively or whatever it is, and the next thing you tell me is like, oh, is this going to work like the defense? It's just human, but it worked.
And I give him credit. Vando is a pest.
Yeah.
I mean, he accepts his role, and Dorian Finney-Smith has been a great terrific wing defender. I mean, that really helps your schemes. And LeBron's buy-in. LeBron's playing
all the above.
Good defense. You have to give that credit to someone. It has to go to J.J. Redick.
And so I'm glad you brought up LeBron. This goes back to McVey. McVey got buy-in from guys like Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
That if Aaron Donald's like, I'm with this guy, everybody else is going to fall in line.
True.
If LeBron James is like, I'll sign up for this, then everyone else is going to sign up for it too.
True.
Like you got to get buy-in from your star guys. And I get it. Having Luka Doncic and LeBron James on your team, great. I'd like that too. Those guys aren't the easiest guys in the world to coach.
No, not at all.
To connect with them, to motivate them, to get them to respect you. You better be on your you-know-what.
Yeah.
And McVey he is. Like, you can tell he knows what he's doing.
So this is fun. So let's say the Lakers pull off a miracle. Not even a miracle.
They just win.
They win a championship.
Right.
Because it wouldn't be a miracle.
No.
But improbable. They win a championship.
Yeah.
Degree of difficulty with what McVey took over and what JJ took over and what they have.
The similarities are crazy.
Isn't it nuts?
The difference
Except who's the LeBron for McVey? Gurley?
No, I think the LeBron for McVey in this is Aaron Donald.
Oh, okay.
That Aaron Donald is okay. I got
You're
one
right.
Of the,
That's a side I didn't have to worry about.
I got one of
Right.
the best guys. Just let him go do his thing. He'll take care of that.
That's a good point.
But I need the next thing to show up. The
I
next thing
fixed
to
the
show
offense.
up
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Stafford.
Right.
And it's like, okay, now I got the final piece. Let's go do
you
it.
fixed it before Stafford.
You
You
did.
just lost. Yeah.
You did, but they went even to the next level and won the whole thing with
That's it,
Stafford.
yeah,
and
yeah.
with Luka's the Stafford in this comparison. That you got a guy that I don't want to say the surprise factor's not comparable, but all of a sudden, hey, we got one of the best guys. There is no, like you just said a second ago, there is no more thing that's out of bounds. There is no more thing, well, that's not going to happen. It's all kind of in play right now.
Before McVey, the Rams were not good and boring. Right. Kind of like the Lakers, except they were better, but just
the Lakers
ho-hum.
were more successful than the Rams. Like the Lakers are making
There's
the playoffs.
a championship in there.
Yeah, the Lakers are making the playoffs. They're a quick out, but with Jeff Fisher, they weren't making the playoffs.
It's a whole hum, and they've changed. Well, you got to get the championship first, and it could happen. It could happen. It could happen.
That is still a ridiculous thing to hear, and have it not be ridiculous. The Lakers could win a championship. You're like, yeah.
Aren't they the 2 seed?
They are.
You're in the mix, bro. Yeah, that's legit. That's real.
They're the 2 seed, and they look like it.
Unless you lose to the Knicks.
That's okay.
Unless you start losing to these winning
the Knicks
teams.
play poorly against good teams.
Look. But see, this is where I differ. They could lose to the Knicks by 25 points tonight, and it doesn't change my opinion at all.
I mean, a losing streak.
Look, if all of a sudden that defense that's been great, just they get torched for 130 points for 3 weeks straight, but the bones of what they're doing.
Oh yeah, it's legit.
Come on, man, and that's why go backwards 6 weeks. The bones of what they were doing are like, hell no.
Not even close.
Hell
no, we're just whistling Dixie.
It's just, are they going to? Yeah, okay. Are they? They're going to win? Okay, sure they are. Like now, it's like, yeah, why not?
Still not ready to write off Denver though.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying they're gonna. I'm saying they can. And
it was a win. It was big. You blew them out, but still Denver, and they're going to have something to say about this.
They play them again in a few days.
It's going to be fun.
They're playing Milwaukee. They play Boston. They play the Knicks tonight. 4 of their next 5 games are against pretty darn good teams. I think Brooklyn's in there, and one other team I'm forgetting as well. Anyway.
I still can't remember what I was going to ask you, but never mind. Let's go. Forget it. It's gone. I'm going to leave it alone.
This is good. I'm glad that your memory is failing you because you ruined Aaron Judge for me.
Happy to do it.
I saw something this morning that I'm gonna ask you a question on if this is the worst thing that's ever happened in pro sports.
All right.
It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Next Gen. 833-3NEXGEN. That's the number for Next Gen Air and Plumbing. We're talking about the official AC, heat, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And right now, they got a special going on. It's $88 for a system tune-up. Look, I know it's kind of raining today, but just a couple of days ago, a week or so ago, it felt like the summer, right? So we're going to be running that air conditioning nonstop. So why not have the experts at NextGen come out to your house and take a look to make sure that your system is running at its absolute best. And if they do need, or if you need a new system, they can help you with that as well. They've got experts in all of these different things. They're going to make sure you get the right thing, the most efficient, the best pricing. Just everything with NextGen is on point. So why not give them a call right now and take advantage of that $88 tune-up on your heating and air conditioning. 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Sia, and I support Humane World for Animals. Together, we have created a new version of Peter Gabriel's beautiful song, Salisbury Hill, to celebrate Humane World for Animals and everything they do. Enjoy the song and join us in helping Humane World for Animals end animal cruelty.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Whoa, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com/iPhone for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Hey, it's Mace. This Saturday, March the 8th, step into shared reality at COSM, Los Angeles, where every dunk, foul, buzzer beater, it all comes to life. Feel the action wrap around you with COSM's 8K dome display and wall-to-wall multi-view in the hall. Join me and the ESPN LA Street Team for college basketball. Watch Arizona face Kansas, then catch Duke versus North Carolina. Start the road to the tournament at COSM Los Angeles. Secure your tickets today at COSM.com or the COSM app.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we give our students credit. Credit for deciding while stuck in traffic to get a bachelor's degree. Credit for managing 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a full-time job to pursue an MBA. Students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's. And graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. Flexible online and hybrid classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Do you remember yet?
No, but Basura.
Trash.
That's not fair.
What?
Tutu is basura. That's not fair.
He's not.
Hey, did they
He's
put an
not.
emoji?
He's not.
Basura.
No, he's not.
Yes.
What's that?
They put the emoji next to the word?
No,
no. By the way, that's my favorite part of that emoji is the guy dropping it into the can. I love that.
That's not cool.
Because I think there's an emoji that's just the wastebasket.
Right.
But the one with the guy dropping it in is just next level.
Wow.
Do you have a favorite emoji?
Yeah.
Don't say it.
You know what it is. Of course, I love that one. It's great.
You know, that's a bad job by me.
What?
Because I knew it. I knew
You know it was coming up. Of course.
As it was happening, I'm like, don't finish this question. Don't do it.
Don't feed the bear. Yeah. Yep.
So good. No, Tutu's not trash. No. Tutu just isn't, in my opinion, a guy that's going to make me jump up and down like, yay, we got to keep him. It's like, he's fine, it's fine. I don't hate it, but whatever.
Do you trust these peepers when it comes to football?
Yes.
Okay, so when I watch him go out and go about his business and warm up and train and practice, that's a good receiver.
Okay.
So my question has always been, why don't you use him? Not that he can't play or you forced it with the pick or he absolutely stinks and you love him. Tavon Austin is a good example of what I'm talking about. Tavon is a great football player. He's an okay receiver.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's an okay receiver, but he's a fantastic football player, a great loose play guy. Tutu can play. Why don't you use him?
I think we're arguing two different points. What you said, and I trust you when you say that, your evaluation of that, I believe that to be true. What I'm seeing is, how does he impact the games week in and week out? And my read on that, not what he does in practice, not what he does, is does he impact the game week in and week out? And my answer is no, not really.
Right.
And the reason for that, to me, is inconsequential. The result of that is what I'm looking at.
And I can't tell you how many times he's said this. This is McVey coming in on the coach's show. And what you hear and what you see, it's great stuff. But it's even better after the show. What are you laughing at?
I'm not. I'll tell you in a second.
Did you hit your knee?
Close.
Not, oh boy, no, not the eggs. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, bro. Hang in there, breathe. You scrambled it. I'm sorry. How did you do that over there with what?
I was trying to shift in my seat and my...
Got it.
I'm not in a great spot right now.
Got it. So we'll ask, I'll just keep going while you recover.
Please.
So we'll ask Sean McVey questions about the offense, and he'll tell his answer, and then he'll go into more detail, as in, we had a package 4. I wish I could have gotten to this more. We planned to do this. Because there were times where we're asking, hey, where's Tutu?
Sure.
And he'll say, we had a plan, and then X, Y, and Z happened. We couldn't get to it.
I get that. I accept that as factually true for 3 seasons.
I told you.
This is the part where does he practice what? Sure. It was. We had a plan for him. We couldn't get to it today. Sure. For 3 seasons?
So that's the other part. So ask. This is a couple of seasons ago. Hey, how come he's not playing more? Well, he's just not big enough. And then it goes to, wait a minute. Did you think he was going to get bigger after you drafted him?
I love that.
Right. So there's a lot of things that don't make sense. But what I'm trying to say about Tutu is the guy can play.
Yeah.
He's just not playing enough.
That cool. And the cost of it is, it's $10 million, so good for Tutu. He got $10 million. That's great, but it doesn't really change the economics of the Rams all that much.
Nope.
So it's a fine deal. Which brings me to what I want to ask you.
Okay, go ahead. Nice recovery, Mav.
Is DeShaun Watson's deal, which they just restructured again in Cleveland, the worst deal in the history of professional sports? Because they paid him $230 million, fully guaranteed. This is not one of those football deals where you hear the big number and it's like, and they won't even see half of it. $230 million guaranteed for 5 years, and he has been a terrible player and a real PR problem for them.
Yes.
Is it the worst? Never mind football. I think it's clearly the worst football deal ever. Is it the worst deal ever?
It might be the worst in sports. I can't think of another one until we figure out what happens with Joel Embiid. But that's not embarrassing off the floor.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
Joel
just
Embiid it's bad luck. He got injured. He won an MVP. You know what I mean? Like,
and I was thinking Anthony Rendon, but he's also not the same thing off the.
Anthony Rendon is a really good option because his performance has been literally 0.
Yeah.
And his attitude is a 0. But he's not a menace to society.
No.
You know, it's.
Would you put Sam Bradford up there? Made a ton of money.
No, because he's
first
not
pick in the draft. No.
And by the way, it's not that. It's not that.
It's not.
And the DeShaun, the baggage of Watson is inescapable.
It's the other part of it too.
That's what just puts it over the top. Like Ryan Howard for the Phillies signed a deal that was crazy expensive, and the production basically disappeared overnight.
Yeah.
But this was.
I don't want to bring up that
he hasn't
old
played
wound.
one game with the Cleveland Browns where you're like, oh, I see why they did what they did.
Can I do this without you actually bringing up his name because it's heinous what he did? He used to pitch here. Was there a financial hit the Dodgers took by not having
expensive.
him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but no.
Yeah.
I
But
think
they could get out. They got out of that much easier than the Browns could get out of DeShaun Watson.
okay. Then yes, this is the worst deal ever.
It's
I
crazy.
still can't believe they did it. You know, Houston couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Okay, you're so right. This is one of those things, and maybe this kind of comes back to the Lakers a little bit, and Luka. If somebody else is thrilled to see their star leave, does that not make you go, "What don't I know?
What's going on here?"
Like that. To your point, that the Texans were like, "Yep,
right."
It's like, what? Why aren't they fighting?
Absolutely, yes. Go.
Why aren't they fighting?
We don't want him, and he was good there.
He was good there.
Very good.
Very good.
And they couldn't wait to get rid of him. Why would you sign him? Well, I see why you would sign him. Why would you sign him to that deal?
Yeah.
To give him that much money.
Guaranteed money.
And it just blew up in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
And it's not like he's like Anthony Rendon has been hurt and underperformed. Ryan Howard underperformed. He's barely played.
Yeah.
And when he has played, he hasn't underperformed. He's been bad.
I think his shoulder is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he can play anymore. Speaking of that, any word on Justin Tucker? Have the Ravens made a comment about him yet?
No, Harbaugh made a comment just that they're looking for kickers and that they are, he is accused of is not with the Ravens organization.
They're looking for kickers.
Yes.
Okay. They haven't cut him yet.
I don't think so.
I haven't seen.
I don't think that. I feel like I would have seen that had that happened. I don't think so.
And we're into the teens, right? But this happened before Watson. It just came out now.
Yeah, I don't know. My timeline's not crystal clear in my head. But
like Justin Tucker right now is toxic. He's nuclear. You sign him to the richest place kicking deal ever. And then he gets hurt. Guarantee the money.
And then he's got to come and miss every kick he ever tries.
Right. And he stinks.
Yeah.
He blows up in your face. Yeah. This is the worst deal ever in sports.
And they pick double check this. They pick second or third. I think they picked second. The Giants picked third.
Why wouldn't you pick Cam Ward?
Because Cam Ward might go first.
Okay.
So
they are picking second.
They're second. So here's my question to you. Cam Ward may go first because, Tennessee might take him first. But even if Tennessee doesn't want to take him first because they don't want to take a quarterback first, the Giants may need to move up to get him to number one. So he may go first regardless. But let's say you're Tennessee. They don't have a quarterback right now, right? Or at least not one that you were really
they have
bullish
Will Levis,
on.
but yeah.
Right. Somebody that you're like, oh, no, we got our guy. Do you take the quarterback always because the quarterback is the most important player on your team because of the position, the nature of it? Or do you look at a guy like Travis Hunter, who's a special talent, and say, okay, that doesn't come around very often, I got to take that. But without a quarterback, Tennessee could have Travis Hunter. It doesn't really matter.
Am I going with Levis in that scenario? Or am I getting one of those mid-level guys?
No, the question is you get a Levis or a mid-level guy, or you draft Cam Ward or Shedeur, whoever you think might be the next guy at quarterback.
Charles Davis has Shedeur going 1 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has quarterbacks going 1, 2, and 3.
Who's the Dart?
Jackson Dart moving up to number 3.
Quarterbacks always go higher than you think.
But 1, 2, and 3 off the board?
Yeah.
Not the craziest thing we've ever heard, but do you have any trepidation on taking Shedeur Sanders if you're a football team?
I'd have trepidation on taking anybody.
Anybody, but him in particular.
No more than anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, because look, the guys that go number 1 overall, quarterbacks in particular, it's about a 50-50 shot.
If I was Tennessee and I needed a QB, I would be okay with taking him.
Always take the quarterback over the
He's the best in the draft. Yeah. I need a quarterback. I don't want to pass up the edge rusher. It's Abdul, right?
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. The dude can play. He's one of the next great ones.
Yeah.
He will be.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, Abdul Carter is a pretty safe bet to be a really good pro.
He's going to be fantastic.
Okay.
He is.
There's a world that exists where Shedeur Sanders is somewhere between average to below average. It's possible.
As all first-round quarterbacks can be.
That's what I'm saying. So if Carter is as close to a sure thing as there is, why not take him and say, I'll go shopping for my quarterback next year?
What hurts less? You take Abdul Carter, and he busts out. He becomes, I forgot the guy's name. He went to Cleveland and busted out. Andre Wadsworth type guy.
Okay.
I mean, fantastic college player, just does not translate for whatever reason. You pass up Shedeur, he goes to Cleveland and tears it up.
Yeah.
Do you survive that as a GM versus the opposite way?
No, look, the GM there is already on thin ice.
Okay, any team that passes up a quarterback when you need one because you don't trust him, you take the edge guy or whatever, and that busts out, and the quarterback you passed up kills it.
I think it depends on who you took. Like, for instance, I'll use this as an example. If you drafted Peyton Manning number
Courtney
1
Brown
overall,
was the guy I was thinking of. Can't miss guy and just couldn't stay healthy.
Let's say you drafted Peyton Manning. Okay, number 1 overall.
Okay.
Pedigree, college success, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you just work ethic, everything you could want, he had. And just for whatever reason, he wasn't very good.
Just didn't work out.
Nobody's going back and saying, no, he should have known he wasn't going to work out. With a guy like Shedeur Sanders, there is a little bit of I don't know, man. It might, but it might not. That if you took him and the other guy, took off and was awesome, then you're like, dude, that was a 50-50 shot at best. This guy's pretty much a sure thing. I think it depends on who you take and who doesn't flame out.
It seems like quarterbacks that flame out in the first round, you don't get a pass on, but you kind of understand it because there's more to it than just the guy.
Yeah. Well, think about this. I don't know. This is probably 6-7 years ago now. I forget the year. I'm bad at years. But the year Mayfield went 1. Darnold went 3.
Yes.
Josh Rosen went 10th, I believe.
And
Josh Allen went 7th.
Wasn't that the Jackson draft?
And Lamar Jackson went 32nd.
Yes.
So you had 5 guys go in the first round. Well, Lamar Jackson's awesome.
And Josh
Allen's
is
awesome.
Special.
Josh Rosen was out of the league in about 4 seconds. And Mayfield is good. Not great. Good, not great. And Darnold is okay.
We'll find out.
There's 5 guys. 2 really good, 2 okay, and 1
It's
absolute
a crapshoot,
tank. You just
especially
don't
quarterbacks.
know.
I did say this earlier today. Did you like the Deion Sanders show primetime when he was playing football?
Yes, very much.
Loved it. Entertainment, right?
Yes.
Imagine that at quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sign me up.
Imagine that at quarterback and he's not very good.
Don't sign me up.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Cancel my subscription.
The crystal ball's I don't know. I think he's good.
But imagine if he is as good, like as exciting as his father was, but at quarterback.
Let's
he
go.
starts to play with the ball in his hand.
100%. It is a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Do you want your chance to experience college hoops at Cosm LA? Call 877-710 right now, and caller number 7 will win a pair of tickets to the Hall to see Arizona and Kansas. That is coming up this Saturday, the 8th at 1:30 p.m. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Call in for your chance to win a pair this Saturday only from 710 ESPN. That number again, 877-710-3776. Caller number 7 wins a pair of tickets. The Dump coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
I would run through a wall for JJ Redick.
Well, I think that.
No, I mean just me as a talk show. I would literally run through a wall for JJ.
We should make that happen. See that? Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody find a wall. Believe me, I
think
can
there's
run
plenty.
into it.
We'll find one of them around here.
I can run into it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's DeMarco. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. Helping kids get the breakthrough care they need, CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences, like a Pachanga weekend package, including a round of golf with me and Travis. Every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks, run your game.
Texting enrolls you in reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
The legend of LeBron continues to grow, and we're witnessing greatness every time he steps on the floor.
Laker Nation, on your feet and honor LeBron James.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
The first and only player in NBA history to reach 50,000 career points.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. I'm super blessed to be able to put that many points up in the best league in the world.
A historical milestone that will likely never be matched again.
50K points, it's
I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K, you never know.
LeBron's legacy is etched in NBA history, and you are living it all here.
The home of LeBron and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Pickleball. It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Can I throw one out there first?
Yes.
I'm so happy. This is my childhood. The natural disasters, the wrestling tag team, Earthquake and Typhoon, are going into the WWE Hall of Fame
All right,
finally. Yay!
By the way, what great names. The Natural Disasters?
The Natural Disasters.
That's
Earthquake, Typhoon.
Awesome.
The Natural Disaster. Oh, big
You could have
dudes.
added some more guys, too. You could have had Tsunami.
Yes.
You could have had Hurricane.
If
you could
I
have
showed
had
you their
Tornado.
picture, all you need is these two.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. Oh, yeah.
They didn't believe in fitness?
Not at all.
That's not what I was expecting to see. Like, those guys look like my uncles.
One guy, Earthquake,
I
actually.
believe in fitness burger in my mouth.
Yeah. Earthquake, this guy on the left, your left, my right, whatever it is.
Okay.
Was actually a sumo champion.
Oh, it looks like
in
it.
Japan.
Yeah.
Like, legit guy.
Like Akibono.
Yes,
Yeah.
legit dude. And, yeah.
There's
then
another
you had
one.
a Typhoon.
Hey, good pull, man. There you
That's
go.
another one of those
nice.
things. Why do I remember Akibono?
How can you forget Akebono?
I don't know, but I won't. I
Say it
don't
again.
think I've said his name for 40 years.
Say it again.
Akibono? Akabono?
Bless you.
Hey, wasn't Rikishi a sumo wrestler as well?
Rikishi was,
Yeah.
yes. No, Yokozuna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you take a sumo wrestler and make him an offensive lineman?
Heck no. Did you see Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons had a video with a sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
Came off the ball.
Yeah.
He's not wearing cleats.
Okay.
And they're on clay.
Yeah.
So he's barefoot. Comes off the rock. It's still Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Runs right smack into a sumo wrestler and just stops.
Yeah, but Micah Parsons could also run around him if he wanted to.
True.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Yeah.
you could if
Because they're surprisingly deft. Like the way they can move.
Very
is-
agile, very
Yes.
flexible, but
Yeah.
also huge.
Huge.
Yeah. Doing pull-ups. These big dudes will do pull-ups with their fingers.
Those guys are 500 pounds.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's nuts. Happy birthday. Shaquille O'Neal turns 53 years old today.
Big Shaq, my man.
Awesome.
Another guy. If he maintained that shape he was in when he was in Orlando
Yeah.
and kept that and
Yeah.
actually worked on his free,
and when he was first with the Lakers.
first one is and
Yeah.
worked on his free throws, where are we now? He would own every record there is.
Second Tom Tolbert mention of the day. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. So he told me one time that he was teammates with Shaq in Orlando.
Yeah.
He said if Shaq could shoot 70% from the line, never mind like become Steph Curry and make 90%. If he could shoot 70% from the line, they would have changed the rules.
You couldn't stop
There
him.
would be no way to defend him.
Wow.
That they would have had to change the rules for him because he would score literally every time down the court. He'd get a basket or an and one, or he'd make both of his free throws. If they would have had to change the rules.
Shaq is a cajillion billionaire, right?
Yes.
And he's one of the best players ever.
Yes.
Shakaroni.
Huh?
It's the pepperoni pizza from Papa John's or whatever.
The
Shakaroni? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Could
It's
you?
just a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. A big one.
But Shakaroni, I get
Yeah.
it. But can you say that Shaq underperformed?
Not underperformed, but you didn't get it all. This
Dang.
is the greatness of Kobe Bryant. It's the
Yes.
greatness of LeBron James, of Michael Jordan, of Tiger Woods. Well, Tiger might fall into the second category.
Yeah.
Of there's no more you could have asked for. You got it all. You got every single.
not Tiger.
Not Tiger.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
okay.
shouldn't have put Tiger in the
Right,
list.
okay.
They got it all.
Right.
There's nothing left.
And even if you didn't reach your potential, you're still the greatest in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaq, you didn't get it all. You got most of it,
Interesting.
but you didn't get it all.
Which is why it's even funnier that the Mavericks president, when using an example of people that they wanted to have be fit and committed to their sport and staying in shape, they mentioned Shaq in that.
Yeah.
It just shows how little that guy knows.
Don't be Shaq. Oh no, he
That's
said
not his. He said-
like Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't use Shaq as the guy that was committed to fitness. That's the
No.
wrong that's the wrong
That's the
example.
opposite one.
Pick Kobe Bryant. That's a good example.
Yeah, you could use Shaq. Don't do that.
Not for that.
Yeah.
Shaq is, Shaq kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Shaq is the definition of a superstar, not just a great player, he's a superstar.
Oh, you know
larger than life. Everybody loved him.
Freaking DJ,
Instant TV.
actor. Yeah. Except for that Superman movie.
Ireland just sat down
Yeah.
for a second, and you don't have to do it right now, John. I'll give you a minute to settle in. They wouldn't give him tickets on his birthday story because today's his 53rd birthday. There you go. It's on
Which
now.
one? You want the middle one or that one? Okay.
Yeah. Are these yours or mine?
Yours.
These are mine. Okay. All right.
Playing the Clippers.
Were you working for the Clippers at the time?
No, I was working for the Lakers.
Okay.
And they come in and tell Shaq. Shaq asked for, 6 tickets for his friends. They're all showing up for his birthday. And the Clippers said, well, if he wants to, he's got to pay for him. Shaq goes, really? And I looked at somebody and I go, oh, God, he might score 50. 61 points. And after the game, I interviewed him. First thing he says, they never make me pay for tickets.
Never make me pay for tickets.
I just like the idea
I'm the big
that
Shaqtus.
even in the league of the best players in the world, if he just decided, I'm going to murder you tonight, you're getting murdered.
Right.
Like, there's no way to stop him. If he comes in mad, he's getting 60.
Oh, God. You couldn't stop him. How would you change the rules on Shaq?
Have you ever heard this story?
Did you hear the Tolbert thing?
So,
Good. Yeah.
Tom Tolbert told me this one time that he was teammates with Shaq in Orlando.
Okay.
And he said that he believed that if Shaquille O'Neal could have ever become a 70 or 75% free throw shooter, that they would have had to change the rules in the NBA. Because he would have been literally the definition of unguardable, that every time you went down, he would get
Well,
points.
I've said a million times over the years, he either was fouled or fouled the defender on every single play.
So everything would be a charge to change the rules.
Well, think about it. If every time I go down the court I'm getting 2 or 3 points and occasionally I'm only getting 1, you're never. That's not basketball. You should be able to defend a guy at some point.
Was that you? Somebody was having the conversation about fouls and LeBron and Shaq not getting calls because you don't really affect them because they're so long. It is a foul, but you can't tell.
And you can't call a foul on every play if you're the ref. It would go on for 4 hours. So what people used to say was, if you want to defend Shaq, you have to foul him and see what they call.
Yeah.
And by the way,
foul him and see what they call.
They did it in college, too. Dale Brown probably he said, go pro.
Yeah.
If they're going to beat you up like this, go pro.
Eric Davis, 49ers, worked with us here at 710. He told me a story one time when he was playing in Carolina towards the end of his career that he knew there were some guys that he was going to have trouble with, and he'd interfere on every position because they're not going to throw a flag on every time.
Right.
They're just not going to do it.
Well, that's why they never call holding in the Super Bowl, because they're holding on every play.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They're just not going to throw it. That if you do something crazy and it's a big play, that maybe, but they're just not going to throw a flag on
I'd rather
every
a
play.
flag than a touchdown any day of the week. Yeah, the other guy, the smaller guy, is the slight guy from Atlanta. Little short guy. What's his name?
Receiver or defender?
No, basketball.
Trae Young?
Oh, Trae
Every
Young.
time he goes into the paint and he gets hit, he flops. It's easy to call a foul.
Well, he's
on him.
160 pounds.
And if I touch him, it makes sense. LeBron, it's different.
LeBron's hitting a brick wall. Super Crosstalk coming up next.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, helping kids get the breakthrough care they need. CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences like a private tour of the Legends Attic showroom with me and a sports legend, and every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No. Not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz and have thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call NextGen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs. You heard that right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience year-round coverage and comfort. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. NextGen members receive annual heating and AC tune-ups, water heater flushes, plumbing inspections, and more. Plus, unlock guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments and unlimited free diagnostics for your friends and family. Sign up today to become a NextGen VIP. NextGen is the only name you need to remember to keep your home safe and comfortable all season long. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Woo, 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 woo. I was waiting for you. You usually start this. I'm waiting for you to go. Did you not have your headphones turned on?
No, I didn't realize we were woo.
And you woo.
So, DeMarco, what was that second thing you were going to bring up?
I can't remember.
The walking, and then the second thing.
Don't you hate that? It just goes, and I can't find it. I can't get it back.
Steel trap, my friend. Steel
trap.
You
remember
I
everything.
Don't forget anything.
Wow.
I
would love to do the concussion test with you.
What is
Can
that?
we do it real quick?
What is it?
Okay, let me write them down. This is fun.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What is it, like a pop quiz?
No,
Can we all do it at the same time?
It's really
Concussion
simple.
quiz?
It's really simple. I'll just do this. I'll do. So remember these words: plane, tree, airplane. Okay. Continue on. Go ahead.
Oh, just
with the conversation.
Whatever we're going to do.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about your construction update for the party.
Oh, we're there.
You're done?
We got the bedroom done. Now we got the rest of the house. It's a huge project.
You got your artificial grass.
Got the artificial grass.
The paint.
The paint is going on right now.
And
the steps and the railings are all done. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's
They're
looking
building steps and railings, or you're painted?
Painting. Just painting.
Oh, you guys would be fun for this. I met Fluffy today, the comedian.
Oh,
Gabriel Iglesias.
Funny guy, Long Beach, great dude. I've known Fluffy my whole life. Not legit, but I know Fluffy.
Yep.
How would you guys feel about a stand-up comedian for halftime at the Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think it would work.
Yeah, I don't think it would work
because part of it is everyone's at a Super Bowl party and they're all sitting around talking.
Right.
If the music's on, you can kind of like take it all in, but I don't know if you can captivate somebody's attention.
Plus, halftime is about spectacle, right?
Yeah.
A guy standing in the middle of the stadium ain't no spectacle. So I think you want something big. I'm trying to even think what comic would pull that off.
Chris Rock.
So there are two guys I think that you could potentially maybe throw in there.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and Chris Rock.
Oh, I'm so sick
I
of
think
Kevin
people
Hart.
are. I think Kevin Hart may have been worn out as well.
After that All-Star weekend, there was so much Kevin
Maybe
Hart.
he goes away for 6 months or so, and we kind of, Kevin Hart,
Very
because
Kevin
he is
Hart
kind of
forward.
ubiquitous.
Yes.
Okay,
for
what
sure.
were those 3 words I gave you?
Those were
plane, airplane, and tree.
and airplane.
You helped him.
Well,
I know him anyway. Plane, tree, airplane.
you need him on the field. You
Does
helped
that mean
him.
we don't have concussions?
That's why they have a concussion protocol officer to keep guys like Travis from screwing up the process.
Oh my God.
This is KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Are we bringing that game back, by the way?
What?
The closest
Oh,
to
the League ID game?
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
I mean, it was kind of fun. I only got a chance to participate a handful of times when I was doing it with Marcellus.
Yes. Marcellus was big on those.
He was good at it. Well,
that was me,
scream it
Ireland,
out.
Max, and
Marcellus.
Yeah.
But you guys would always try to find a way to kind of
cleverly
weave it in.
Right.
As opposed to just blurt it out.
Yes.
But now I think isn't it in the Supercross
I
Stock
thought it
Open?
was
We
in
don't
the
have to do it
Supercross Stock
anymore.
Open.
Well, the Open is a little different now,
Oh,
right?
really?
Because the sponsorship has expired, so
we're not playing it anymore.
We played a abbreviated version of it just a second ago.
All right.
So
Yeah.
we will see. We will see. Is he coming in?
Yeah.
No,
He's not coming on. He's not coming on the air.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come on the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It's good
Are
to
we
see
allowed to even say he's here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is here.
Morales is here.
Yes.
First day he's been in a few weeks.
Looks terrific. Looks terrific.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just told him he's gonna have to buy all new clothes.
I know.
Because he's lost like 50 pounds.
In the best possible way.
Yeah.
That's good. So DeMarco and I were talking about some clothes issues and fitting and not fitting and chafing and not chafing.
Yes.
You've got your chafe under control?
Not yet. Too
Not
much
yet.
walking. Not yet. Too much. It's going to be a lifelong thing, man. Yeah. Unless I have like plastic surgery and get rid of something in there.
Do you not powder appropriately?
I don't know.
Baby cream,
I thought
Dasani.
I thought you weren't supposed to be like.
I like the talc. I'm big on the talc.
Every day, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John?
No chafing.
No.
Are you appropriately powdered every day?
I don't use powder.
No.
I never chafe.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, it's just
yeah.
you got the thigh gap.
There's a little
Yeah.
update.
John's
Ireland
got the
doesn't
thigh
He's
check.
got the thigh gap. You got it.
There you
go. Right. I don't.
So
yeah.
I think it's starting right now. I could probably flip it on. Dodgers are playing the Rangers today.
It's
I think
Dustin
it is.
May pitching today,
Dustin
right?
May is pitching today, and they're playing their lineup.
Yeah.
They're playing their guys in their spots in the order that I think you're going to expect to see them, and actually seeing it in practice as opposed to just in theory is. I cannot get to a spot where this, under the worst scenario, isn't a 100-win team.
Okay, so here was a bet that I was
same.
going to offer you. How sure are you that the Dodgers are going to win everything?
I'd give them a 1 in 3 chance.
Okay, would you do this bet? You get the Dodgers, I get the field, everybody else to win the World Series. Loser does the other guy's show, so somebody's working a 6-hour shift and the other guy gets an off day.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll do it.
right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it'll be a fun thing to
I
do.
like it.
I see. I think that I'm rooting for that. I'm actually rooting to work a
I get
6-hour
to
day
go over
now.
there, though, Mace, right?
What's that?
You're here, I'm there.
Right.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
and the only reason I'm rooting for the Dodgers, I wanted to do it. I think you two, especially Mason, are so overconfident about the Dodgers that I have trouble expressing it into words. Mason's saying they're going to win 116 games. In Vegas, their over/under is
They
103.
are. I think they're accidentally going to win 115 games.
I think they're going to accidentally win 100.
I agree with
Whether
that.
they get to 100, and I think the number's about 108, 109. I think it's somewhere in there. I think it's over 103. But we were talking about this earlier. I am under no misconception that they're guaranteed to win the World Series. I think they've got a really good chance. What I can't get to is a scenario where they don't win their division. I think is
By the way,
a 100% certainty.
Mason is already there where you are, that they're a lock to win the World Series.
Yeah.
He thinks they cannot lose.
I think they're as close to a lock as you can possibly be in baseball.
Yeah, but that's a
The
long
odds
way
are
from a
better
lock.
than 3-1. I would say the odds are 2-1.
And he talks like they're 1-1.
Listen, I have
When
never
you look
been more
at the team
confident about
like the Phillies, right? You use the Yankees, who added Max Fried, Garrett Cole's coming back. Like, all it takes is you got 2 really good pitchers, and you can beat them.
Right.
You need 2 guys that are lights out that each pitch twice in a 4-game series, and you lose. That's not a no way no how
remember
scenario.
the Padres almost beat us.
They were down 2-1 in the first round.
They were down 2-1. I mean, people forget that we were. Hey, DeMarco, what are those 3 words?
I wrote them down. I don't have to remember them.
Wait a minute.
No, I wrote them down. I'm giving the
remember them?
test. Heck no, I wasn't trying.
Oh, really?
I already know I'm concussed.
Are those the words that are always used, or did you just make those words
No,
up?
they're just random words.
Okay, I thought there was a trap in there.
No.
Did you kind of feel like, because the word plane and airplane were in there, I'm like,
I thought that was supposed to trip me up somewhere.
It's just 3 words you try to. If you miss one, you're out of the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What am I looking for tonight, John?
It'll be interesting. Karl Anthony Towns is going to play, which is good. I hate when guys have to sit out. I think Austin Reeves is going to come back.
Good.
Nice.
We are going to find out, guys, over the next 8 days, just how good the Lakers are. Tonight against the Knicks, Saturday against the Celtics, next Thursday at Milwaukee, next Friday at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a game against Brooklyn mixed in there somewhere. I'd actually be happy if they go 2-2 in those 4: Knicks, Celtics, Bucks, Nuggets. 3-1 would be great. 4-0, and then it's gonna. This whole town's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And 0-4 is a cold bucket of water. So let's see.
I'm ready for crazy.
In other words, what I'm trying to tell people is, starting tonight, the Lakers step up in class.
Yes, this is it.
So if we were talking about horse racing, we've been racing its good horses. Now here come
You went
the other
from Los Al
thoroughbreds
to Santa Anita.
exactly.
How much does JJ factor in to this stretch? Coaching
a lot.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I was saying this on our show a little while ago. Everybody, DeMarco, seems to think. But you were saying, is he going to win Coach of the Year? He's not. Kenny Atkinson is going to win Coach of the Year.
Biggerstaff in Detroit's got a case.
He's got a case, but Cleveland. Find me anybody who had Cleveland finishing even in the top 4.
They could win 66, 67.
Yeah, they're
games.
going to. Either them or Oklahoma City's going to finish with the best record. And Oklahoma City's guy Mark Daigneault won it last year. So I think it's Kenny Atkinson 1, maybe JJ 2, but we'll see. There's always a Laker tax. People hate giving awards to Lakers. But I'm very interested in when we played these guys in New York, and that was the night that changed the entire season because right after that game we traded for Luka. They locked up Towns. He was 3 for 12. They locked up Brunson, had one of his worst games of the season. I think those two guys are coming out firing tonight. Let's see how good our defense is. And I think the Lakers are going to beat them.
Like you said, that if they can get through those 4 games at 500 or better, that's a win. I forget. I want to give credit where credit's due. I honestly forgot where I heard it. But going into the postseason, the Lakers don't have it like this. What can they beat this team or that team? If you said the Lakers need to go 4-3 against anybody over the course of 2 weeks, that seems not only possible but likely.
I would favor them in the West. I'd favor them against any team except OKC in that scenario.
Yeah,
the OKC is really, really good.
I know.
But
the inexperience of it, though, I keep hanging my hat on that. The OKC against LeBron James, against Luka Doncic. Okay. Let's see how you
Trav, you weren't kidding. They're playing their
guys.
Yeah, everybody's playing today.
Everybody. No, that's the team you will see in Japan on opening night with Yamamoto instead of May.
Yes.
And maybe Rojas not at second. But
I bet he plays second.
You think so?
Kim hasn't.
Edmund in center.
Kim looks overmatched offensively so far.
I think he's going to go down. I think
wouldn't
he's
be
going to
surprised.
He was not a big hitter over there.
No,
he was not. I mean, he's sort of a banjo hitter, so I'm sure they're going to tune him up a little bit.
The velocity seems to be a lot to adjust to. He's struggling with that.
DeMarco, booger, skunk, weed. I want you to remember those 3 words for tomorrow.
Booger, skunk, weed?
Booger, skunk, weed.
Okay, you're on.
Excellent.
Ask me 5 minutes. It's going to be gone.
By the way, guys, since this is the last show I'm doing because I'm flying to Boston tomorrow, that game Saturday night is basically the regular season Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Boston, a year ago, we went into Boston and beat them without LeBron and without AD, and it was their most embarrassing loss of the season. They went on to win the title. So in the rematch at Staples in January, everybody thought, well, Boston's going to kill us because we did it to them last year. We beat them again. So if they don't beat us now, we're just better than them. And let's see what happens on Saturday night.
And fast forward to June when we get the finals that we're all hoping we get, and they got a little bit of momentum going on.
Yeah.
I'm in on all
DeMarco,
of that.
what are the 3 words?
I told you it's gone already.
Booger, skunk, weed.
Booger, skunk, weed.
Yeah, well, you are concussed, my friend.
I told you, yes.
You only had 60 seconds to remember
Gone.
that. Yeah, gone.
Look at the whole